Thought it was good.
Can I tell you, Gaijin, can I tell you about the dream I had?
See, that's a really, really hard cold open, but go for it.
I really want to talk about this dream I had with you. So I had a dream that I was being chased by something, like some sort of like mob of some kind, and I had to escape. And I remember I was romping in the woods and I ran into you in the middle of the woods, and I was like, oh my god, Gaijin, you're here, I can't believe it, I need your help, I'm being chased. And you were like, oh, I got just the thing, I just started up a Japanese club, come with me. And I was like, okay. So I followed you and you just disappeared. And I'm like, Gaijin, where'd you go? And you're like, I'm down here. And there was this hole in the ground. It was like a square hole in the ground. And I was like, why are you down there? Like, this is where my Japanese club is. And I'm just like, and it was like uncomfortably small. And I had to like climb in, like go into it, like slot down into it. And I got underneath and it was like maybe like 4 feet or like 3.5 feet tall underground. There were like 4 pillows and there was green tea. And you were like, this is the Japanese club. And I'm like, it's dark and scary down here, I don't like this club. And you got very upset with me. And you were like, Monty, how could you be this way? Like, this is my beloved club. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And then you were like, I gotta go, but hide down here until like the coast is clear. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Gaijin. And then you left, and like a very awkward amount of time passed, and I'm like, I should leave. And I got up, and when I left the hole, I was in someone's car. I was in the back of someone's car, and I was like, what? And the guy just turned around and went, God damn it, Gaijin. And I'm like, hi. He's like, you're a friend of Gaijin, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, where do you need to go? And I'm like, home. And he's like, he was like so huffy about it. I'm just like, what just happened? I'm scared. So yeah, your dream Japanese club is not super great. I'm just gonna
So a couple of things. One, a 3-foot hole that I am alone in is exactly how I feel when it comes to my content. Two, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Three, don't question my mystical ninja abilities ever again.
You disappeared a lot, and I was impressed. And also, you created a portal, so I'm like, all right, cool. Anyway, that's my dream. That's all I have to say.
What a great opening! Hey everyone, welcome to The Unexpectables.
Welcome to the Goomba hole.
Welcome. Yeah, that's a thing now.
It's got 4 pillows.
Hey, you enter my Goomba hole.
It's got 4 pillows and tea.
Hey,
it's like a Hobbit hole, but it's much more Eastern in design.
Significantly smaller.
There was no decorations. It was all black, and I don't even know where the light was coming from.
So it's a black hole.
That's a black hole ninja hovel right there.
You know, where all ninjas live, inside black holes.
I blink one eye, blink the other, and go, there's a fucking joke I can make here, but I choose not to.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
So, how's everyone doing today? Monty, where can they find you?
Okay.
Oh, shit. I was picking up a book. You can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. Sorry, I got sick. I was sick in bed and I needed to rest, so no streams. Oops, my bad. Tomorrow should be Devil May Cry 5. I actually need to install the game. We're going to Devil May Cry 5. I beat 4. I had a really good time. I kissed a girl.
And you like
it?
Don't be shy. What?
And I fought a giant statue with a Ken doll bulge, and it was very uncomfortable. But it was the time, and it was great. So
I know
check
exactly
it
what you're
out.
talking about too.
And then you can find me at Twitter posting pictures of my cat. I got sweaters for goblins, so it's very delightful. And I'm posting pictures of my Warhammer stuff, so I'm posting that. Anyway, that's all I got.
That's all you got there? Hey, Bosco, where can they find you, dude?
You guys can find me at EdBoscoVA on both Twitch. Or sorry, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at that, and then at twitch.tv/EdwardBosco. I got some stuff I got to talk about though. So first of all, on Saturday we finished off Ravenloft. If you guys haven't checked out that series, I highly recommend it, and I want to give a props to all the players that are in the room: Connor, Monty, Mark, Zito. You guys did great. I'm realizing just how many of you are actually in this game with me right now. So yeah, that was great. We had a lot of fun. I'm not going to put any spoilers in here. Please don't put any spoilers in the chat. I highly recommend it. But yeah, so that has come to a close. So coming up on Saturday, we're back to the Prince Division. If you guys have been waiting for that, Prince Division is back.
Yeah.
Second of all, I can announce something since it came out and apparently everybody's playing it. You could find me in Yakuza Like a Dragon if you're playing that game now.
Yeah.
Do we get to beat you up?
You get to, yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, video games let you enjoy your fantasy. It's great.
That's
I love
all I've
video
True.
ever
It's
wanted
wonderful.
was to beat Ed up. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say who I play, but from what I understood when we were working on it, I've
Fucking
been sitting
dead
on this
body.
for
That's what you play.
no, I've been sitting on this one for a while. Like we recorded this a while ago, so I'm glad that it's finally out. It is a nice sizable role, and I was very happy to be a part of the franchise. I was in Judgment, which was the one that was right before this, doing some background stuff. But yeah, they liked me enough to stick me on this one, which was very nice of them. So if you're playing that game, listen out for me. And yeah, that's all I got. Also, I'm not. First of all, the chat is going crazy. I'm not in everything. Like you have to understand. You only hear about the things that I do
Someone
book, not
just
the
said
things that I
Bosco
read
is
on.
my mom.
What?
Check your IMDb.
Well.
See if it's true.
You wish.
Jeez.
You wish.
Bosco,
Bosco wishes he could be as cool as our mom.
Bosco is the Majima of voice acting. Can we
What
just
is a
all agree with
Majima?
that?
He's
What is a
everywhere.
Are you
Majima?
Bosco? Are
Wait,
you
Mama
fucking
G?
serious?
I don't want to give
Yeah, I
him
don't-
that power.
I don't
Oh,
understand what you're
I
saying.
can't
Is
get
that like
behind
is it like a
that.
syrup?
Are you?
You know
You're
what?
saying
Yeah.
Are you saying I have to fight Bosco shirtless on top of a building? Is
In
that
the
what you're telling
rain.
me?
In the
Well,
rain.
so you're saying this is just the end of Metal Gear Rising then?
Basically.
Aren't all video
Okay.
games just the end of Metal Gear Rising?
Oh, it's the ultimate
I
end of all
mean,
video games.
Fuck.
I mean, it could be the ending of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Anyway,
Oh,
so
right,
for
but
those of you that are just now, no, we are not clapping. The new Yakuza game, Like a Dragon, you guys should check it out. That's what we're talking about. I play a role in that, and I was very happy. And I'll announce it on Twitter tomorrow. So if you want to be spoiled as to who I play, I'll be announcing it tomorrow.
Excellent. Connor,
Eh.
where can I find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I'm stuck in the past. I'm playing Yakuza Kiwami, not the new one.
Oh, come on, Connor.
Hurry up! You
But
gotta
the
beat up
hobo
Ed.
Connor, the hobo stank.
I gotta get through 6 games. God
Oh, good
help me.
luck.
Pick it up. Let's go. Time's wasting.
I'm
All
trying.
right, see you in 2 years, Connor.
Yeah, see you in 2 years. I'm trying.
Well,
but
that was a
Majima
good
is
run.
everywhere. He's even in my dreams. He's fighting my dogs. I don't know what to do. But I'm doing that. I'm playing some Jackbox on the weekends. Might be playing some Warhammer Tabletop here on Tabletop Simulator here in the coming future.
Hit me up. I really want to
Yeah.
get my
I've
salamanders.
got a few kill teams ready. I've got Emperor's Children. I've got Night Lords. And my most recent addition is Imperial Guard. Actually, I've been wanting to try them out. Actually,
Bucket returns in a way.
give the little guy a chance.
I
Give
should
him a
look in,
chance, man.
I should look into that honestly, considering that I
Yeah.
have my fucking army sitting next to me.
Yeah.
It's Kill Team's really great because it's like you don't need that many
Mhm.
models, and it's a really good entry point into Warhammer because you don't have to buy
Absolutely.
Yeah.
invest $100.
Wait, real quick, Mechanicus allowed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This Mechanicus is a kill team. As long as there's stats for the kill team, you can play it as a kill team.
Sick.
And if
all
you
right.
like grimdark fantasy, then you will definitely like Dead House Sonata as well.
Oh!
Dead House Sonata. If you like Bloodborne, if you like Ravenloft, if you like any of that sort of grimdark stuff, then I think you will definitely love Dead House Sonata. It's coming out later this year for free. But if you purchase a Founders Pack at this link, then you'll get early access to the spiritual successor to Legacy of Kain series.
Sorry, what link, Connor? I can't see it.
It's this one.
Wait, which one?
I'm still
It's
not
this
seeing
one.
it. Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
that
Okay,
one?
I see
Okay,
it now.
cool.
Yeah, that one. This one.
Got
Got
it.
it.
Cool. Thank you.
That
Yeah.
one?
One more time.
Yeah,
There we go.
That's the one.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the one. Also, be on the lookout at DM's Guild because I am putting out a subclass. It's the Wizard School of Finance is coming. Money Wizards, baby.
Money
Yeah.
Mo!
Money,
I'm gonna- I'm gonna buy that spell.
Oh, I'll buy that for $1. The money is mine.
That's literally what the subclass does as well. If you have fancied yourself a merchant or an appraiser in any of your games, then definitely be on the lookout for the School of Finance Wizard coming to DM's Guild soon. Yeah, that's all I got.
Excellent. Gaijin Goomba.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah. You, where can I find you?
God, I'm getting Mario movie flashbacks. You can find me at Twitch.
This is it, Luigi.
Monkey.
Thank you.
Hello there, Gaijin.
All right. Anyway, you can find me at twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. US Central. I've been on a huge kick with Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I love this game. I think I love it actually more than I love Ghost of Tsushima. Let that sink in. It's a long game too. I think it's somewhere upwards of 40 to 50 hours, and it's only $40, and it's an independently made game. Basically, take the better parts of like 3D Harvest Moon and combine that with like Odin Sphere or Muramasa Demon's Blade, and that's pretty much what you got. I'll be doing that probably through the end of this weekend. I might get back into Taiko Tuesday as per normal. Man, Hyrule Warriors is just right around the corner though, so I'll probably be taking up a whole lot of that. But anyway, I do have a new video on Sakuna of Rise and Ruin. Please go check that out. You can actually, I shit you not, guys, you can actually use old school like 1400s farming techniques to get a leg up in that game, because your stat block isn't based around leveling up from combat. It's on how good you farm. So learn how to farm good, and the game's combat will not be hard. It'll be way fun.
What platform is that game on again?
It's on PS4, Switch, and Steam.
Okay, cool.
Definitely check that out. Super fun. Speaking of DM's Guild, be sure to check out my Tanuki and Kappa races. They are still there. I might be working on the Kitsune in the not too distant future, but that's gonna be a big book.
Gimme.
But,
I will buy
I'm
2
working.
copies.
You know what? I'm working on 3 really big projects. A couple of them I'd like to announce if I can. One of which is, yes, indeed, I am working on a VTuber rig. It's mostly done. I just have to get new glasses because my frames are so big it tracks my eyebrows incorrectly.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's rough.
This is why robots will never conquer human beings. Is like this sort of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's why we have contacts.
Put on glasses. Like, I'm confused. Where is he looking?
I am still working on the second channel, and with a little bit more luck, I am putting together a new podcast / stream, very similar to Trash Taste. You know them, boys. Except it's more along the lines of fans of 90s and 2000s anime. And it is officially called Weeaboomers. Citric almost has the logo done.
Wow.
There you
Who
go.
drew that?
Incredible.
So Citric King is in charge of that one. We're trying to get the Yaoi paddle just right, guys. All right, just give me some time.
I never thought.
boy.
I
So
never.
did security guards.
So your
Gaijin,
the first thing you're going to talk about is gravitation, right?
Gaijin, I have thrown so many art projects at Citric, and I never thought it would be a Yaoi paddle that would be his kryptonite. Like, I was trying to figure out what he would find.
It's my kryptonite. Actually,
No. He can't draw my schedule, but he can fucking draw a Yowie paddle.
No, he can't. He can't draw that. Also, hold on. Citric's got a real job now. Leave him alone.
I know he does. Dude, I'm really happy for him. Really
No,
happy for him.
Citric's in chat. He's a good boy. Like, he's putting up with my temperamental
He is
bullshit.
a good
so
orange. Top
so
tier
He
blessings
is a good orange.
blessings
Number
to
one
the
source
orange.
of vitamin C.
Can't wait until he
All right.
sours into a lemon.
Zito.
Don't forget about Mark. Oh,
I have Zito and Mark still.
yeah. Sorry.
I
forgot about
appreciate
What?
it.
You
No,
forgot
I'm
about
saying-
Zito. You thought it was done. You forgot about
By the
Zito.
way, hey,
He's a
hey, Kurt.
filthy Kennen player. I don't want to
Kurt,
associate them.
I think you'll appreciate this. Citric says Taka. Citric can draw you a schedule as long as you stick to one. Thank you, Citric.
Once
This
my
is
computer's
why
repaired-
Citric and I
once my
get along
computer's
behind the
repaired, It'll be
scenes.
the last schedule I ever ask for. Ouch. Man, that really hurt. That really hurt. Almost as much as where they can find Twitch. Zito, where can they find you?
Oh God, you can find me at twitch.tv/Zito. CZ Backlash on Twitter and the Ever-Ringed Almanac on Patreon. So for games, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow and probably Friday night because I'm gonna get maybe one chance to see one family member for the rest of this fucking hell of a year for those 2 days. So I will be gone. But when I return, we have Neon Abyss, World of Horror. A shitload of new mods just came out for it, so I'm gonna be playing a crap load of those. And not secret, not safe for work ones will appear. I promise you this time. Followed up by that, for D&D stuff, did a little bit of I said it once again, peer pressure to into a joke. I told everyone, man, there's a lot of people who tell me that they would jokingly play like trash animals, like shit you would find in your garbage at like 2 in the morning, like possums or raccoons or shit like that. And then immediately everyone just said, well, why don't you make player races of them? So backyard burglars is going to be coming out soon. I already got artists working on it. So let's see, playable rats, mice, raccoons, possums.
What about opossums?
Same thing, Tarka. The same thing. Just in
Plus,
different
there's already
hemispheres.
he already has one of those.
What the fuck else were the other two? Oh right, fox and skunk. So you got those. You'll be getting those soon. Playable little hobos.
Stinky boys.
Where's my Tanuki, Zito?
You fucking made it.
You made the Tanuki.
I don't know, guys.
Have you ever found a Tanuki in your trash can, guys?
I fucking knew this was gonna happen. And I came prepared. You listen here, you fucking goblin. You have the magical fucking raccoons, okay? Let me
bring
get
her
the
cat into
mundane
this.
ones.
When was the
Don't
last
bring her
time you
cat
found
into
a raccoon dog in your garbage can?
You
Yeah.
Tell me. I want to know.
You fucking listen here, Gaijin.
Zito-
I'm letting- No.
My goal in life is to make sure that Zito is cast as Rocket Raccoon in something. I swear to God.
I will let you fucking know about this right the fuck now, Gaijin. I am offering and letting you take all the magical bullshit animals. Let me have the mundane ones, you asshole.
Oh, I should feel so inspired. Thank you so much, Zito.
Oh,
I'll
no.
buy his stuff too.
Ed Wynn has come in here.
I was gonna say you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
Depends, is it
The
Zito?
guy with glasses.
Oh, very clever.
Mark Allen Jr.
Yeah,
Where
what?
can they find you?
You can find me on twitter.com/Mark Allen Jr. and here on Twitch at Aeon Protech Gaming. That's AEON Protech Gaming. Do me a favor, if you like anime, go check out The Day I Became a God. I happen to play the main character, Yota Narukami. I'm having a blast. I've been recording a lot this week, so if Seika sounds a little different this week, don't hold it against me. I have had to do a lot of screaming in the last 48 hours. Other than that, I don't really have anything exciting to talk about, just that there are a couple of more announcements still waiting. So do follow me on Twitter if you're at all interested in the things that I do. Storm spotting stuff is kind of on hold right now as hurricane season is winding to an end, and I am not chasing any hurricanes this year. It's not
You
happening.
should come up to Canada and chase snowstorms.
I
we're
would if
getting
there
those right
wasn't
now.
the COVID thing, but
That's true.
I literally cannot go to Canada right now. So
Oh, come on,
That's
December,
damn.
get here faster.
Stay out,
I
Americans!
gotta
Trust
grab
me.
my dice. I gotta grab my dice.
Wait, you have to grab your diehard dice, Monty?
Wait, no, wait, Bosca.
What, Connor? What?
What?
Well, listen, I should have done this off stream. I guess now is the time for it. They deserve to know as well.
Yeah.
I actually got an email. I got an email actually the other day, and turns out we can't actually joke about being sponsored by Die Hard Dice anymore.
Are you
Oh
fucking
shit!
kidding me?
Why?
God,
Like,
did
did
they
they throw a cease and desist
What?
or something?
Holy
We've been
shit.
John
Woo!
Twitched.
Because we are sponsored by Die Hard
We got that sponsorship, baby!
Yeah,
That's right. Die Hard Dice is the first official sponsor of The Unexpectables. You heard that right.
Yeah.
You've heard us talking about them on many an occasion before this. And after so much love from our community to theirs, we're finally working together to keep not only this show, but you rolling as well. Any of the dice, like all of the dice, all of the trays, everything about them is so exciting and well made and wonderfully crafted. Thematic dice for The Unexpectables. You can pick up Mythica Gold Amethyst for Remy. They look really great. Mythica Platinum
Yeah.
Ruby for Task. Dark Arts Bloodbath for Panic. Mythica Sinister Emerald for Borky. And the beautiful Mythica Gold Sapphire if you want a Greckles themed dice.
There you
All
go.
of these and more dice trays, carrying cases can be yours if you go to visit dieharddice.com. And if you use the code Unexpectables on the checkout screen, you can get 5% off your whole order. If you're in the market for
Yeah.
quality dice and dice accessories, remember, Die Hard Dice.
So the meme is dead.
Yeah.
But
Officially.
But can it die?
Hold on,
It
Connor.
has
Wait,
Die
did
Hard.
you,
It can't
hold
die.
on. Pause. Connor, did you say Remy has dice? My mind is blown.
You can get Remy colored dice.
Oh,
The mythical gold
Yeah.
amethyst are really pretty. They've got this like blue, like bluish purple sapphire with a gold trim on it. It looks so good, dude.
I might have to buy my first ever pair of dice.
So
Yeah,
yes,
well-
Yeah, you can stop using the set I gave you 8
Why? But
years
they
ago.
roll so well, Mark. Remember how well they
For,
rolled on Saturday?
So for those of you who wanted to know context, yes, Die Hard Dice actually contacted us and were like, "Who are you?" Because apparently some of y'all were buying dice, which is really great because they're like, again, like we didn't do this lightly. We like Die Hard Dice. We like their products. I mean, we use their products. I use their products all the time. And they apparently now the CEO watches the show and loves it. And Diana, who is our connection, she's very, very nice. She's awesome, and she'll break my
Love
kneecaps if I bad mouth the dice. I'm just joking. But yes, they contacted us and were like, "Hey, like we love the show, we appreciate the support, and like let's work together because you guys are cool. We like to think we're cool, and it's true they are. So yeah, we officially have our first sponsor for the show ever. So we'll have promo codes every month for you guys to use to get dice, and we get to experience some more of the product, and we can as well.
And a big part of it is
Hell
because
yeah.
of you guys, the fans, because all of the
Thank you,
feedback that you
guys.
sent them, you
Yeah.
absolutely got their attention. So thank you. This is how it's done.
This
All
is
the-
how we get help
all
if you want to see us, thrive.
I know you.
Oh,
I know
boy.
you can't see it, but all the dice that you hear on the show, both me and Monty rolling, that's Die Hard, baby.
Die Hard Dice.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, Kurt. Speaking of support and love, do you want to read
Yeah,
out
you
bits
got
and
6
subs?
minutes. Go, buddy.
I was gonna say you can find me at twitch.tv/. I'm not streaming this week because I'm sad. So no, I'm taking my computer into the shop tomorrow. The issues with my computer has now become untenable. So I'm having connection issues even right now. So I'm taking my computer in, gonna go get it air blasted out. But after that, we'll be getting back to a proper schedule. Shadow of War, Alien Isolation, wrestling, and whatever else comes our way. So yeah, it's over there. As far as that, I clicked off Streamlabs because I had to. And now I've lost a good 2 minutes. So that was fun.
Why did you have to click off?
Because I have 10 screens up right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
All right,
sorry.
we'll just read out what you got. You're good.
All right, no worries here. I would like to thank everybody so much for the bits and subs here. I want to thank Defective Sheep for dropping 5 subs into the chat. Thank you so much, Defective Sheep, for being so kind to do that. Crazy Tail 30 for gifting 3 subs. Gumsy Kind of Guy gifting a sub to Distortion Debulu. Elf Lord 89, Shadow Dragon 21, Free Shavacado, Gumsy Kind of Guy, OTS Sojourner, Shadow the Rampage, Kai Wolf, Gracious McGee, Master Monster 11, Protoss 103, Macmon, and Thortron 6000. Thank you all for the subs, guys. Vulcan DDDD 64. Thank you so much for the bits as well. I would like to thank General Scott 92 with the 1,000 bits called out of work tonight because I've been working overnights for the 3 weeks straight. With no days off now, I'm going to enjoy my night and watch the best D&D show on Twitch. Love you guys and have a good night. Well, thank you so much, General Scott 92, for the 1,000 bits, and may you have a relaxing evening. I'd like to thank Tibator, Oz195, Brodon Rod, Crazy Meta, Blackfoot Ferret. Thank you so much all for the subs, guys. Greatly appreciate that. Thortron 6000 with 500 and change bits. No message, just bits. So we just say thank you, Thortron 6000. Maximus Effort 95. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the bits as well. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I see the chat
Oh,
flying. I see the
boy.
chat flying right now. No. Yeah, the people are being very. Yeah. Well, Musu Bill with 500 bits. It's about goddamn time. Light cigar. Flustered Bun, thank you for the bits as well. The Real Gets a Hero, Siren Eyes, Vantonegi, Nene 2021. Nene 2021. I love that name. Sorry, that's my favorite, one of my new faves. Okay. Script, Daddy, Daddy gifting some bits. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I can't believe it happened, right? It all took was months. Black Fair with elite bits. Die Hard Dice sponsorship is official. Grats. Are we getting lows for the wrestling shows too? No. No,
mean,
they
you
don't think
say
they'll like
that,
what we're doing with
but-
them.
But why?
Wait,
Yeah, we say that because it's true.
But why?
Like the hardware store?
Hey, could you sponsor us officially? We shit on your product
Constantly.
All the
Why?
time.
Why? You
Every
do use the
day.
Why?
wood that
What's
we
up?
use to-
What, is our product bad? Oh, I've never experienced it. We've just chosen
Yeah,
it
the
as
ring
a
is
lightning
made out
rod
of
of our
rosewood.
negativity.
Also, I have to apologize to. We have to say it's actually our second official sponsor because we had Balls Soda in the early days, and we need to
Wait,
shout out
really?
Balls Soda.
Right?
What?
Yeah.
Holy
That was-
shit,
You
did
guys
we
were
actually have
sponsored
No,
by
one?
we
Balls?
didn't. That was a joke. That was
Oh.
a
Oh,
joke.
I was like, what the
No,
hell?
I wanted.
And
hold
it's
on, hold
still
on.
a joke.
No, but
It's still a joke. Yeah.
do you want to be sponsored by Balls?
Balls, if you're
Yeah.
listening.
Listen, they sponsor Juggalos and the Unexpectables. Two crazy people.
It's a really good.
It
soda,
takes all
though.
types, baby.
When did the Unexpectables become Mixer Bucket?
All right, but Probate with 10,000 bits. The sponsorship meme did not die. It ascended.
The meme is dead.Ong live the meme.
All right, for 10,000 bits, let's all do our holy. 1, 2, 3. There, it's
Discord
ascending.
did not
I'm
like
sure
that.
that sounded amazing.
That sounded so great.
I'm sure it sounded perfect.
Thank you again, Nay Nay. Thank you again, Nay Nay. The ring gets here with a 1,100 bits. Legit, though. Congratulations on the sponsor from Die Hard Dice. You guys deserve it and all the support for being amazing. Well, thank you so much, The Real Getsy Hero, for saying thank you for the 1,100 bits, and may you have a good evening. I make things up. Welsh93, Spirit of Love. Thank you all so much for the subs, guys. King Kami Drops, thank you for the 500 bits. I haven't caught y'all live in a while, and happy for you all. Well, thank you, King Kami Drops. Thank you very much for saying. Gorilla with a Glock. Oh, shit. Die Hard Dice, Die Hard Dice. Yeah! Bang, 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 bang.
Oh no, I've been shot.
Oh, my God. Gorilla with a Glock shot Mark Allen Jr. Ironic, because he was doing the Tasmanian Devil Twister thing.
Oh.
The irony is not lost on him.
I'd make a
Okay,
comment,
and I would
but
like to
I'm dead.
thank...
You have a minute.
I would like to thank Oz195 for 20 subs gifted to the community. Guys, Oz_195 gifting subs to people like Jetwave600, Ranger34 of the Spine. My goodness, thank you so much here. We're going to try to get through these as quickly as I can. Oz195, thank you so much for the 20 subs. Holy shit. Low Nexus, Captain Necros, an acceptable name, Rippington, Fitzboy, Topper Bottom, Hellborn Rider, thank you all for the subs, guys. Incendies Productions, thank you for the bits. The River Rat, thank you for the bits. Kobold in a mech suit with 10,100 bits. Congrats, guys. Kobold in a mech suit. Oh my God, he's ascended. He's not 3 kobolds in a cult. It's a Gundam.
It's a
Gundam.
And it's still only 12 feet tall.
Oh no.
Guys, this is clearly no Zaku boy.
That's true. Kobold in a mech suit. Thank you so much for the 10,100 bits. Seriously, big thank you. Headhunter 40K with the 500 bits. Congrats on the sponsor. Do we know when those dice will be on their site? I'm looking now and I can't find them.
They're specific dice. You're gonna want to look at probably their metal dice, right, Connor? So in the metal dice section.
I think people think that there's actually official dice for each character.
There's
Oh,
not
no.
official dice. We've
No,
just
they're just the
selected
colors
and
that
we're-
represent the characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're promoting some that look like our characters because that's fun.
Color palette.
Although if you guys start buying a lot of dice from them, who knows? Maybe they'll be like, "Hey, who wants to
Also-
go die?"
If you order a set of metal dice, and this is why I love them, if you order a set of metal dice, they usually throw in a free pack of like the really, really nice, just normal plastic dice that are also quite good, and they tend to send 2 together. They also send you
That
a
is
letter
correct.
sometime.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is
So
correct.
again,
And yes,
the code is
there- the code is
What's-
Unexpectables at checkout. You get a 5% discount if you use the code Unexpectables.
yeah.
Also, yes, they're not actual official Unexpectables themed dice. They're just dice that look like our characters' color schemes.
Color palette matching.
Which is
dice.
good enough for me.
Yeah.
Mad Tom K
Yeah.
with a 700 bits. Congrats on the sponsorship, guys. Y'all deserve it far sooner. Well, thank you very much. Wolfen the 6 with a 500 bits. Congrats on the sponsorship, guys. Well, thank you so much. Mighty Aha, thank you for the bits as well. And real quick here, LK Prime with a 1,000 bits. Congrats on the Die Hard Dice sponsorship. May all the memes come true. And Tarek Stan and TCA 9000, thank you so much for the subs.
Oh, wait,
All right.
correction. You have to say how you found out about Die Hard Dice, and you get a free set of dice. That's
There you
I made a
go.
mistake.
Oh, well, there you
There
go.
you
Tell them it was us.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty.
When last we
Believe
left our
were
heroes
about to
dead.
get wrecked.
Yep.
All right, listen here, Bosco. You can voice act and everything, but you can't voice act my intros.
I didn't voice act your intro. I finished it.
Oh boy.
Well, it's a shame that Remy
Bosco
can't.
You
be
realize,
part of
Ryan,
the
I can't
Unexpectables
believe
for
Remy
much
died
longer.
off this
Magic,
magic.
it's weird. It's like a magical thumb squished him like he was sticky tack man between two books.
Alrighty. So, when last we left our heroes, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, Task the Kobold Ranger, Remy the Kenku Fighter, Panic the Tiefling Bard, and a newfound friend in Seika, the Fire Ganassi Monk, the party hunts for the final piece needed to traverse the volatile realms of the elemental plane of fire. As they traveled westward into once traveled lands before, the party forged up a mountain peak and found the colossal remains of a hollowed out skeleton. The party delved deep inside and deciphered giant runes carved into the bone and concluded this location was the once proud civilization of Goliaths. As the party made their way deeper inside, they were immediately assaulted by the reanimated frozen corpses of the Goliath guards, groaning a warning howl of run, fault. So we were in a turn order when last we left our heroes. So after the remnants slashed through Borky, I hope everybody kept track of their health pools.
Oh yeah.
Greckles, it is now your turn as you turn your head around and you see now as Borky is being accosted by two partially frozen corpses.
Unfortunately, my health is completely reset.
Oh, great. I
You
think
took
you
16 points of necrotic damage last time.
I took the 16, but what did I take initially? Because I did rage beforehand that blunted part of it. Not the
you
necrotic,
took
obviously.
16 you took 16 piercing and it's cut in half, so you take 8. So you've taken 8 damage. We'll just say that for now.
Was that before or after the temporary hit points? Because I know we got temporary hit points.
We got 5 temporary hit points.
Kurt, do
You
you
got
have
11
11
temporary hit points.
All right, stop. Monty, please
This
talk.
was this was after your temporary hit points, so you took 3 damage total to your
Okay.
normal health pool, and you do not have temporary hit points. Also, we need music.
I was about to say,
baby.
Monty, I didn't want to go until we had music
Okay,
up.
so I'm sorry. Not to take away from the session, I'm a little bit confused. So
You lost your temporary hit points, so in your normal health pool, which is just the health that you have, you lost 3. So whatever your total hit point is, it's that, and then the
Got it.
health you have is -3. There we go. We're good to go.
Yay.
Also, again, Roll20 messed up my music, so here we go.
All right.
yeah,
Roll
20.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
So, Greckles, it is now your turn.
Now, really quick, there is no way I could squeeze through here, correct?
No, this is a wall
All right.
here, and you have
That
an
is a
enemy
wall.
blocking your path.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately.
All right, so let's see here. Greskles. God, I can't talk tonight.
I love
Greskles.
Greskles. He's my
Greskles
favorite
takes
character.
takes that 5-foot step, sandwiched between Borky, and is going to offhand Sunblade, bringing down that crescent-looking swing.
Okay, so bonus action offhand Sunblade.
So this is just the roll.
Okay.
So 19, plus
Definitely
2.
hits.
Okay,
That's definitely gonna hit. Yeah, these are
So-
not very well armored.
so this is 1 plus
Point of radiant damage. Okay.
plus the sneakies, yes?
Yeah, you get sneak attack damage.
Okay, sneak is going up. So that's an additional 21 points
Oh
of
my
radiance.
God.
Oh.
I just need to check
sure.
something really fast. Okay.
Sure.
So that's all right.
All right.
That definitely hurt it. That definitely hurt it a lot. Notably, the radiant damage seems to have had no effect to your surprise, despite.
Wow,
how
really
good that-
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So with mobile feet, I will move out of threat space, not provoking attack of opportunity.
As you strike this thing in its back, you actually, as you drive your sword through it, Bork, you watch as like a sword just bursts from its side where its rib cage in, and instead of like blood gushing out, it's like stabbing an ice sculpture. Like frozen blood just like sprays across the ground and slides across the ice in front of you.
I imagine it just spurts out blood like an ice machine.
Ice shrapnel. You just throw a fucking ice snowball.
No, just the
at
red.
him.
It's like you hit the ice machine and the red ice comes out.
Roll. I'm gonna say because of your time with Chief Irons and getting holy water, I want you to roll a quick religion check. This might be a bit difficult, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Okay.
Not with that one. Never mind.
There's something weird about this. Usually, from your knowledge, most holy things tend to work on undead, but maybe there's something different powering these undead.
Right.
I'm not sure what it could potentially be.
Knowing that, and holding off on potential holy water, Grex is gonna clasp his talons together, whisper Genjutsu, and we're going to do. Where are you? We're gonna do silent image. of what we can remember Ron Fault to be, right in the space just above the other assailant, undead
Damn it.
Goliath.
Damn it.
All right. So
What?
we already have an illusion
One of
here.
them is
Okay.
already
Then I
illusions
think
of
that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I withdraw that.
Okay.
You know what? Instead, can I make a regular attack then? Just
Sure,
regular
yeah.
attack. Sorry, I'll still move back at the end of turn. Sorry, Connor, I totally slipped my mind.
You're right.
Yeah, dude.
So, that one. Oh, yeah, it's a
that'll hit.
22.
22. That absolutely hits, yeah.
And then that will be 13 points of radiant damage.
Nice. Very nice. You swing around and you slash into the leg. You go a solid like 3 inches into the leg, which these guys are big. They're big, pretty muscular looking Goliaths. And it's again like slicing into like frozen like steak with like a butcher's knife. It goes in and like just chunks just kind of crack off. And there's even you hit the frozen bone on the inside, and you're like, "Good." Something about it's really, really creepy.
Ew. Okay,
Alrighty.
that's turn again. Sorry, Connor.
All right, Seika,
no.
it's now your turn.
As Greckles ducks out in from the side where his head would have been, comes the Fist of Seika, which is like the Fist of the North Star, but less exciting.
What? Do you want to move up to flank?
He is flanking.
I am flanking.
Oh, you're
With
flanking with
Remy.
Remy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
So 21 to hit.
I thought he died. My bad.
Wow.
Well, you know, it's a hell of a thing.
21 definitely
21 to hit.
hits.
Yeah. For 9 damage.
Give me 1 second here.
1.
So, Seika, as you go and you rear back your hand and you punch into the back, you punch like between like where the spine is between the shoulder blades. You punch so hard as you bring back your hand, Borky, you just hear a sizzling noise as Seika brings back his fist. The molten sort of texture to your arm like hardens and kind of flakes off in response to the ice. It's a solid hit. So that's your first attack?
My second attack, I will, this might surprise you, I will punch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
I
All right.
know, it's
Amazing.
wild. For 21.
Nice. Again, yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
For 7 damage.
7 points of damage. Not bad. You swing around and you punch again. The one thing you notice is that they're very solid despite being frozen and probably dead, and you're hitting them hard. There's no resistance, but they seem to be extremely, extremely like well-toned, I guess, for lack of a better term, as you once again punch again and some of the water kind of melts off and glistens and you kind of pull back your fist.
I would like to spend a key point to stun it.
Okay. That's a stunning strike, correct?
Correct.
So it has to make a saving throw, I believe.
A Constitution saving throw, and it needs to
Alright.
beat a 13, which is not super high. But
All right. It could fail. That's gonna be a 19, unfortunately.
so it didn't fail. Cool.
Yeah, as you strike it in its back, it doesn't even like you know from your training with Master Kai the specific pressure points on the body to take advantage of to incapacitate your opponent, and you strike that spot, but you're not used to this creature. And on top of that, you're not used to this creature being not alive. So it does not work, unfortunately.
Cool.
All right, is that end your turn?
That will be my turn.
All right, that brings us to Task. It is now your turn. You turn around and you just
quick,
see...
quick thing, Monty. A lot of people are messaging me on Discord saying that I am very low.
You're very low? Okay.
Really? Huh.
Well, what can we do to bring you up, bud?
Can you speak for me?
Hello, 1, 2, 3. It is I am me
You're
eating
not.
toast off screen.
Yeah, you sound great.
You sound fine. I'll bump you up a little bit. Speak again.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. It is me. It is 1, 2, 3 me.
Okay. There we go. Should be good now.
Okay.
Dude, are you the
Apparently,
1, 2,
people are
3
saying it's
kid?
better.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right. So
sorry
it is
about
now
that.
your turn. No, it's fine. It's better to than not, though.
I'm gonna watch me swoons my way over here. I'm gonna. Yep, I got a line of sight on this asshole. The guy, the one that everyone's kind of like piled up on.
Yeah, he's getting beaten up. He doesn't seem to be faltering in his dedication towards Borky, though.
Fair enough. Well, let's go ahead and make that even worse by shooting him in his gob.
Okay.
The gob, you say?
14 hits
Yeah.
actually. Big target.
Oh,
So,
Nice.
yeah.
that
All right,
makes
so
sense.
this is gonna be with Colossus Slayer.
Yeah.
9 plus 7, so 16.
Nice. Really good damage. You kind of press your back up against the wall, and you actually use like part of like the ice that's kind of jutted out to like steady your shot as you create and make the porcelain bow in front of you, and you pull back an invisible quiver, and you pull back an arrow also made of bone, and you pull it back and you shoot it. It strikes it right in the neck. Borky, you watch as just an eruption of ice on the other side of the neck just sprays out in like all these glittering lights. And it still just like turns towards you.
But wait, I'm not done yet. Second shot.
All right.
But wait,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
more. 26.
That hits. Yeah, that hits. I believe you only get Colossus Sail once per turn.
Yeah,
correct?
once per turn.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
unfortunately, I rolled minimal damage, 6.
Hey, it's still a shot.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's
you,
still pretty good.
you take another shot again, aiming for the same spot, but he just moves slightly and you just hit his shoulder. It goes in. And again, more ice kind of crackles down, but it doesn't seem to be as solid as the shot as the first one. But still damage.
I don't know if this
Alrighty.
is for Tass's sake anyway. I don't know if it's worth spending magic just yet. So that's just my opinion. Opinion.
Bin.
You heard what I said.
Borky, it is now your turn.
All right, the one in front of me. I went into a regular rage, from remembering
You enter a
correctly.
regular rage. Yes. you
I
did.
went into a regular rage, so there's no special. Okay, so for this one, Borky is just immediately like seeing as how they're kind of focusing him a little bit. Borky is going to try and oh boy, this is dangerous here. But Borky is going to pivot back 5 feet back towards, puts his back against the wall. So now
Okay.
Borky is exposed on his left flank and right in front of him, so he's still able to hit the what
Yeah,
what is
you
the
did not leave. You did not leave combat space. You are fighting an undead Goliath. You're not sure
Undead
exactly
Goliath,
what this is.
no idea
yeah.
why, but Borky's
For
going to
undead
go for
frozen Goliath.
Borky's going to go for the leg. Yeah.
All right.
And that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits. 22. That definitely hits.
Boom, 11 plus 3.
11. Very nice. All right.
Alrighty, that's 11 plus 3 though.
So you swing for the leg, and you manage to like crack the leg. As you do so, I actually forgot about one little thing.
Oh, good.
Okay.
That always.
Yeah, oh,
That always bodes well.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gotta double check some things. All right. So you watch as you swing and you crash into the leg, and the leg actually snaps off. So like you actually go right through the leg, and like the Goliath actually like staggers. It doesn't put him into position because he's so focused, but his leg just kind of slaws off to the side, and it's just this like fragmented, almost like gem-like
Yeah.
foot on the ground.
Oh, by the way, roll 20 is frozen for the chat, by the way.
I know because I clicked away. This is a glitch with the actual window now that they have. You have to be on the window for it to activate. So when I had to adjust
That
Zito,
is-
it clicked away. It
That's really
sucks.
good.
Anyway,
And Borky's gonna swing a
Um,
second time because he's got 2
alrighty.
swings with Ron Fault. Bong! Ah, 22.
there it
a
is.
good
Yep,
bomb.
that definitely hits.
11 plus 3. See? Wow.
Wow,
That
wow.
was the same roll.
So
28.
additional.
Mm-hmm.
That is extremely consistent damage.
Yeah.
These things are tanky, by the way. They're still up after all this.
Yeah.
They are
no,
still
they-
up.
Goliaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to position myself.
It's
best I
yeah,
can.
yeah, they're
Barbarian.
made of can't die.
You swing and you swing and you swing at the thing, and yeah, you knock its leg off, but it's still standing upright. It's still looking at you with just anger and contempt.
Oh,
Does
guys,
that end
they're-
your turn, Borky?
Yeah, I got 2 attacks, so that's it for me.
Alrighty, that
They're
brings
made of
us around back-
Nintendium.
Oh my
The strongest material known to man, Nintendium.
Panic! It is now your turn.
Okay, so my phantasmal force. I'm going to make it walk.
Connor, you are crackling.
Oh boy, great. That's fucking
Yeah.
fine.
Sorry, I just wanted to do it before it gets bad because it's.
How about now?
You're good.
Good
All right,
name.
you're good. What are you doing, buddy, with your phantasmal force?
I am going to move my phantasmal force from this square down to this square, so it's stepping in front of Borky and getting in the way. and then it's going to slash down his chest, and he's going to take 1d6 psychic damage.
Okay. Hold on.
Yow.
I have to make a new one because I don't know what actual layer this is on. So I'm gonna. You want it there, right?
Let me look.
I
I put it on the
believe it was
wrong
right
layer.
here.
Right here, yeah, right in front of Borky.
Right in front of Borky, so like right here.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, and they have to make a saving throw. You said
Nope, it just happens.
it just happens. Okay.
Yep, it takes 1d6
Just
psychic
enjoy the
damage.
pain.
One whole
Hey.
psychic damage.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Enjoy the minor pain.
Oh boy.
So- As you do this, you notice that it takes no damage from the psychic damage. It's so focused on Borky, it doesn't seem to fucking care at all.
It's focused on Borky and not Ronfault.
It's focused solely on Borky right now.
I guess illusions don't matter to it. Fuck.
Potentially undead in life sense or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Ghosts. They're ghosts.
That changes things.
So in other words, they're
You're not sure.
piloting
You're not.
meat
I'll
mechas.
specify that you're not sure if the illusion's working or not, but you can tell that the psychic damage, like when it struck him, didn't seem to do much. I'll just
But-
specify that a little bit more.
But you said I can tell he's focusing on Borky. That was the point of the illusion.
He's staring forward. You don't know if he's been tricked by your illusion or not. You're gonna find out on his turn, but the damage did not seem to have worked. So.
Ooh.
Patience, young Padawan.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Does okay, does shit. Fuck, psychic damage doesn't work, so I can't even do that. Damn it, this sucks.
Poke with a stick.
Throw a rock at him.
Call him names.
I could, but that doesn't do psychic damage anymore. Oh, do I have a fuck? You know what? Fuck it. I can't even give him flanking. I can do nothing. I can do nothing in this tight cave.
Okay.
Whoa.
Fuck.
You could panic. Quick, panic.
Okay. I rush forward and I whip out a regular old rapier and I fucking stab this guy.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh no.
Wait, Panic has a sword?
He has a
Duck-
sword.
I do. I'll just use copy
Legitimately, I
cutter
don't think
since
I've
it's got
ever
the
seen
stat-
you actually use it since I got here.
I haven't seen him use it since ever, I think.
I was about to
honestly.
say, buddy, you've got vicious mock.
14? No,
That hit.
that's psychic
That
damage.
hits.
Oh, that's
That
right.
hits.
This is just regular rapier damage.
Yeah, this will be normal damage.
Oh,
That's gonna be 4 piercing damage.
You do 4 piercing damage to him. You stab him in the butt with a little bit of a poke with your sword. You guys watch as like Panic comes in like a full fencing, like Olympics fencing pose and just it stabs him in the butt and he doesn't seem to notice. He turns around though.
Haha!
But it
Bet you
chucked
weren't
him in his butt.
expecting that now, were you?
All right,
Neither was
but-
I.
For my next trick, I will surprise even I.
Is that in your
and
turn, Panic?
I am going to use my. You know what? I'm actually going to use bardic inspiration. And I'm going to give inspiration to Remy.
Remy.
Gonna sing to him. He's got enough on his plate and he doesn't even know what to do.
All right.
So you have a D10 to use in whatever you want.
On whatever I want, that includes like
on
damage.
a saving throw or an attack. It's on a damage dice. So.
Right.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
That brings us
Yes.
to. That brings us to Remy. Hello, Remy.
Hey, gonna hit him with my sword because I got too much shit on my plate.
All right.
All right.
It's plate mail, right?
Totally. 11.
Ooh. Do you want to use that as
Sorry,
action die?
sorry,
13.
13 because I'm flanking.
13 just hits, actually. Yeah, you're good.
I was gonna say I
Oh.
I know what you're. Okay, here we go. So that's cool. Then I'll get my D8 as well. So it's going to be 6 plus Booming Blade. 1.
What
Beautiful.
damage is booming blade?
It's a D8.
It's thunder
What
damage.
type
Oh,
of
it's
damage? Thunder?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
I believe it's
Should be thunder.
Yeah, it should be thunder. All
thunder
right.
damage. Yes, sir.
You swing down, and this concussive blast like ricochets the arm, like kind of hanging by just a bone on its shoulder. It has its sword in its other hand. It just kind of looks towards the sagging bone, and then swings and turns to look more at Borky.
So popular today.
All right. I'm gonna hit it again because I can.
All right.
Do it.
21.
Nice. That hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
6.
6. Nice. You swing down and you slash again. And kind of the same spot. You don't quite get the arm off, but you swing down in kind of the frozen tendon area.
Okay.
Alrighty. Does that end your turn?
That will end my turn. Can I assess how bad he's looking?
Sure. Go ahead and roll medicine. I guess?
Medicine.
I was hoping.
Question mark.
9.
You can't tell where the flesh begins and the ice ends, so you have no real good assessment of this guy.
Sure. All right.
And that gets even harder when you watch as the open flesh shoulder sucks back in, and the flesh and the ice just grows back over. And you watch Borky as the foot reseals to the body.
Oh,
As
he's regenerating.
Alrighty. So what's the I have to do an attack against the illusion, correct? They have to do like an insight or something, or they have to swing at it?
Give me a minute, and I will let you know. I
Yeah.
believe it's one of those ones where they can, while target is affected by the spell, it rationalizes any illogical outcome from interacting with the phantasm. The target can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay. Intelligence. Is it spell? Is this no? Okay.
Spell save DC.
Alright. So I'm gonna roll that.
Okay.
That's pathetic. That is a 6. It swings at the fake Runfault.
It
With
parries the
gusto.
blade.
Oh shit. Okay. Does it get an attack on it or no? It just automatically.
No, it's
fails?
on
Okay.
my turn. It takes the damage, but it doesn't take psychic damage. So fuck it.
Okay. The other one, being closest to Borky, is going to swing at Borky again. Actually, Borky,
Oh.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, buddy.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Okay. And that is a 30.
3. You
30.
watch as you hold on to Ronfault, you watch as this thing's foot regrows to its body and the flesh grows over the 2 shots that Remy just took. And you watch as this Goliath turns to you and with sunken eyes stares right into you. You are now paralyzed.
Oh shit!
So your body is completely seized up.
Okay, what effect did they do to me? Because in rage, I'm immune to stuff like that.
You're only immune to specific things.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fears and charms that you're immune to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't a fear.
This is not a fear effect. This
Damn.
is
Paralyzed.
That's
the
what I hoped it was.
paralyzing effect. So I'm going to
Shit.
grab the paralyzed effect. So a paralyzed creature is incapacitated and cannot move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh shit!
Oh
So
no,
you
this
are-
is bad.
You are completely frozen. Luckily, the other Revenant currently is preoccupied with an illusion of Ronfault, so that's good thinking on Panic's end. That ends
Thanks,
these
Panic.
That ends this creature's turn. That brings us now to Greckles. You see now, you guys can't really tell what's going on with Borky. You just see him freeze up. But you notice everybody else, I would say probably Task you wouldn't because there's people in your way. Greckles, you've seen this thing regenerate. Everybody else, because you're within 5 feet, you've seen it regenerate. Task, you're focusing on the head and the shoulders. You're not really paying attention to the lower half, so you haven't seen it regenerate. All right.
Oh man. Monty.
Yeah.
I know there is wall here and person here. Could I do some kind of acrobatics check to get into position for flanking up to this point I'm currently poking at?
I will say yes, but in the caveat that it is an attack to hit you because you're trying to go through their space.
Even though I'm trying to get in their attack space regardless?
Technically speaking, I can't let you do that, but if you want to try something, it will come with a risk, and I will allow it for fun's sake, but it means you're going to have to risk it for the biscuit.
My only question for that would be, would I see it coming?
In what way? Like for
me to use a reactive ability.
Sure.
Okay,
you know,
then
fine.
I will take that risk. I will attempt to kickflip off the wall in order to flank the assailant who just knocked down Borky.
That is going to be. Sorry, I gotta do math real fast.
No, you're good.
24 to hit you.
Please tell me I can react to half that with my lovely dodge.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm at
excellent.
Damage though. So, give these guys different weapons.
Why must you wish to be hurt?
That's going to be 13 points of slashing damage. As you swing behind it, as it's looking towards Borky, it notices the movement and slashes you. You actually have to, like, it swings with its longsword, and you actually do, like, a Matrix-style dive, and it just kind of brusses your chest and actually slices into your chest a bit, and you kind of grip yourself, but you swing around, and its back is turned. So go ahead and...
Okay, so it is the 13, right?
You take 13 points of damage, so cut in half, that's going to be 6.
Okay. I didn't know if there was any secondary damage, so...
Not to you, surprisingly.
Huh, okay. Interesting. In that case, let me go ahead and bring down that Sunblade. Key up.
Let's do
18,
that hits.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
So we got, wow, I'm rolling good. 12
Some good
plus,
right there.
another 16, so 28.
Right, yeah. 28, you said? I'm sorry.
28 total, radiant.
Okay.
And then let me. You good with math?
Oh yeah. We're good.
Okay, and then I'll rebalance myself and do an offhand with it as well.
All right, you slash into it as it kind of has its back turned. You slash up, and then you let go of the sword, and you grab it in midair and try and bring it down. So go ahead and roll your second attack.
Come on, buddy. Oh, okay.
Nice, 21. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so this, that will be 3.
It's exactly what you needed. As you lift up into the air, grab the sword, and you plunge it into its head, and the head just explodes. Like when you see people explode a block of ice, the whole head explodes, and you watch as the sword lands on the ice, and the whole body lands onto the ground.
Oh, the risk was worth
thud.
it. The risk was worth it. Oh, nice. All right.
Okay, now is Borky still held in this state? Was that tethered to that guy, or is it just still affecting me? I'm curious if it continues on even if the creature casting it dies.
Hold on. Okay, we'll get to it.
Okay. All right. Oh,
That's-
okay. All right.
I'll go ahead and call turn because I'm in a good position.
Technically, okay, so it's vague in the writing, so I'm going to play this out in a specific way. People get mad, whatever. All right. So that ends your turn, Greckles?
Yes.
All right. That brings us now around to Seika. It is now your turn. There is one of these undead creatures left.
The square is the illusion, right?
Yes, the black square is
Okay.
the illusion.
So, quick as a flash, Seika's going to close the distance between himself and the remaining creature.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna, you know what? I think this time I'll punch it.
So these spaces behind him are occupiable, just for context, if you want to swing around
Appreciate
behind him.
that. But the thing I'm about to do needs to not have occupied squares on the other side.
Fair enough. What are you doing?
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna punch it.
You're gonna
Does
punch
a
it?
22 hit?
Oh yeah, you
right.
punch him right in the face with a sizzling strike. Go ahead and roll
So
damage.
here's your 7 damage.
Okay.
And I am going to spend 3 key points to utilize
Okay.
Searing Arc Strike, casting Burning Hands as a spell up 1 level.
Okay.
Let me do this. 1, 2, 3. at level 2. As after the connection, he holds out his other palm and shouts, "Tinka!" and does
I
Still.
had to make a dexterity saving throw.
13 damage.
Ooh, God.
4d6, and I rolled exactly
5. They rolled a 5 on their dexterity saving throw. So as this thing is swinging at Ronfault, I'm gonna say thematically, your hand comes through Ronfault and just blasts him with this fiery blast. You guys watch as the edge of the cave, like where this ice cave is, just begins to melt out. I will just do this for funsies. This chamber now is gotten bigger. Oh God, I didn't want to zoom in. Why did I zoom in 200%? That's not what I wanted.
I could see everything and nothing.
Oh wow.
So-
Clearly now the ice is gone.
Gosh,
So this
the
is now
scales are so
open.
dry. Oh, that's open?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's just been melted out.
You have space, guys. Move in. Also, that was a bonus action.
Sorry, I gotta calculate the damage here.
I
Real fast.
believe.
13 damage. It's gonna bring it.
Yep,
down
bonus
to-
action. So I still have another hit.
All right, go ahead.
So now that he's half melted, I punch him again.
You see now as you've melted him,
Oof.
that's not gonna hit,
Nice.
unfortunately. You go to punch and you're staggering back because you see now as the ice has been melted off, the flesh is just sloughing off the body at this point. Like the cheek flesh is just like peeling down and falling off, leaves showing the cheekbone beneath. The eyes are actually like slowly melting out. It's a horrific scene.
That's gross.
God. It's the fucking holes. It's the holes curse in World of Horror. Oh God, no.
Ah!
I was thinking more of Raiders of the Lost Ark, but yeah.
He looked at the ark. No.
Don't look.
That'll be my turn. I
All
was
right,
really
that
hoping to
brings
do
us-
more damage than that. That's
Okay. Task, it is now your turn.
Hi.
Hi.
Problem. You said if I stand up here, like in these spots, I can see my target because I am
You are
higher
elevated.
elevated.
Yes,
So if I
you were to
move
stand
here, I
right,
have line of sight.
yeah, you see him. You see him over Borky.
Kick ass. All right, gonna go hit him.
All right.
Here I go shooting arrows.
Wait,
Guns
did he just
cocked
cock
and
his
loaded.
bow?
Hell yeah. Guns
Like this.
cocked and loaded.
How good are you with that bow? Always one in the
Oh,
baby!
Oh,
Very good with that
all
bow.
right.
This gun
go
is the
ahead.
best gun ever.
All
Get
right,
yourself a
as
gun
you-
that shoots arrows.
Oh my
Yo!
And
Oh,
Colossus
then.
Slayer. Colossus
Colossus
Slayer as
Slayer.
well.
Does that crit?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It does
Wow.
not. 12
That's
plus
good.
9. That's, oh God, 21. 21 points of damage.
Wait, what?
Holy crap.
Cannon
that's
shot, dude.
So you watch a task, you bolt back and grab one of the quivers, and you can't help but notice as you cock it back in the string that there's a fuse on it. And you're like, huh. And then you let it go, and you guys watch as this thing's head just explodes. And you're all like, yay! Until it stays upright. Its head is completely gone.
Oh.
And it's just a headless warrior with a sword on one side.
Oh.
Well, I'm not wasting any more time. Shoot him again.
All right.
22.
That hits.
Yeah.
Another 9.
Oh my God, you're making my math so nice. Thank you, Zito. You
Hell
pull
yeah.
back again and you strike him with a regular steel bolted arrow. And it strikes him in the chest and the shoulder kind of throws back a bit and you just hear this like wheezing in the air hole, like the trachea that's remaining. All
I
right.
should cock my bow more often.
Yeah, right?
Jeez.
I double as a shotgun. That was true. All right.
Oh,
Is that
here's
your
my
turn?
problem. It was double barreled. Ah, silly me.
Yes, the double-barreled bow. I'm familiar.
See, the
14.
problem is I didn't put a sniper shot on my shotgun. That was the problem.
Yeah, you need a
Exactly.
scope. You need a scope on that.
exactly.
See, now in the back of my head, I'm picturing it saying, I wish a motherfucker would.
Alrighty. Does that end your turn task?
That's turn.
All right, that brings us around to Borky. You are paralyzed still.
Can I attempt to break out of the paralyzation?
Nope. It is a magical effect, and you don't know what the condition is to snap out of it, so I cannot tell you. So you are still paralyzed.
Well, that's my turn.
Sorry.
Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The way combat
Panic. It is now your turn.
Okay. Illusion Runfault is going to attempt to do psychic damage again.
Okay.
Several question marks are happening.
Hey, he's a meat man now instead of an ice man. Maybe you could do damage.
2.
You watch as you watch as Ronfault strikes him, and like a little blood streak of like black Icarus blood just kind of spews out, and he takes 1 damage. He seems to be resistant to psychic.
Ah,
Aha!
I see.
So that's it.
So when he took 1, I just made it 0, because why not?
And yes, notably, the phantasmal force is only him. Only he is perceiving this. So I don't see shit.
Yeah. All right.
I am gonna. You know what? I can get into this cavern now. Second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna just hit him in the
if you move,
back.
Yeah, if you move there, you got flanking. So go ahead and roll the hit with your
Here I go. Rapier time. Here I go. 17.
That hits.
Magnifique.
I will hit him with 6 piercing damage.
Damn, the damage is high.
Why did you become the chef from The Little Mermaid for like half a second?
Les poissons. How I love les poissons. You stab him again in the butt, which is a great target, easy to hit and big. So nice.
Ooh, he got junk in his trunk.
He's got that undead cake.
It's
Still got
melty
that
and
sticky icky.
it's melty and like looks like gross coleslaw.
This analogy is getting away from us, I think.
This guy looks like Pizza the Hut, but a human being.
Oh, good. We should just lock him in a cavern. He'll eat himself.
Excellent.
Puke.
I hate it.
Thank you.
So, shit, I don't have lesser restoration. Fuck. I am instead going to cast Healing Word at first level on Borky.
Okay.
Healing Word, Healing Word. 3.
Get healed for 3, Borky.
That's literally thank you very much.
That's all I got.
All right, Remy, it is now your turn.
Hooray. All right. So, this should be thematic. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this will miss everybody except for Mr. Fuckface in front of me. You will all see, or I guess Panic and Seiko will see this. You will see Remy run up with his sword, and you will hear him call, Ingus of him! And as he slices through this thing with its sword, I needed to make a dex saving throw as he casts Burning Hands.
Ooh,
As you see fire rip out of his sword.
That's my trick.
Good clap his ass cheeks with a burning hand.
Oh my god, terrible. Let's 7.
All right, so this will be 3d6. That'll be 11 damage.
Ooh.
Rebby's hand gets set on fire. I like your cut, G.
I want to point out, you did 2 points of damage less than I did. I'm still the better fire user. No one can take my crown.
Oh, just wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to burn it down.
I have 1 trick.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Monty, no.
I made it dark. I didn't mean to. This area is now also grown again. You're beginning to see more bone pieces in the snow. Not like small bones, but like the big bone chunks that you guys were seeing before.
Big bone.
Yeah, big bones. All right, it takes the damage, and again, it's very hard to see features. There's no face anymore. The chest cavity, you can now see the bone of the chest cavity just through what remains of the melted corpse. And this guy is wet now. Like any ice that was on him is now fully melted, and it's just like there's a puddle at his feet.
Can I tell
and yet
how
he
bad
stands there unfazed with a sword in his hand and rage in his eyes.
If he had his head.
If
Can
he
I
had
tell-
eyes.
I was gonna say.
Can I tell what kind of shape he's in now?
Roll a medicine check.
Me ain't got a head.
Really? I miss in 3-5 when this was survival. 6.
He's pudding. You have not a clue how he's even standing.
How does pudding?
Is it butterscotch?
Do I want to do this now or do I want to do it later?
Oh god, he's flan.
Remember we just got in here.
I'll save it. It's fine. I just wanted to be really cool. All right, that's turn.
Moist
All right.
zombie.
That brings us to the creature's turn, and you watch as its head slowly reforms and grows.
Oh, come on!
So, like, are we talking Deadpool?
Oh, time to troll.
Does limb regrowth provoke attacks of opportunity?
No.
I know it's a joke.
But for
Don't hate me.
DBZ logic, though, we have to wait to let it reform.
It's true.
He just got blasted by 2 people, but he's more focused on the illusion. He's gonna try and investigate the illusion again.
Investigate that illusion, bad boy.
Do it.
Do it. I believe in you.
Dude,
I
I
don't.
just got the fucking vision of Jeebs from Men in Black.
Oh, he gets +1. 16.
That will fail.
Okay, he swings
Yes.
at Ronfault again. He just doesn't care about anybody else. He's focused on the illusion of Ronfault.
Aha.
All right, and Borky, as you stand there, you shake off the paralysis. It ends.
Oh.
And because you're in a rage, you don't get this additional effect that I don't think it would even matter because it's dead, but you would have been frightened afterwards, but you're immune to that, so it doesn't even matter.
He's also got protection from good and evil on him, so that he would have been immune.
He
either
does,
way.
yeah. He does as well. Alrighty. That ends the creature's turn. Greckles, it is now your turn.
Oh boy.
Finish
Yeah,
it, bird boy.
Let's just do this by the book. Let's just form the X of death.
I was gonna
All right.
say
It's a piece of
Extra?
cake to kill him by the
it's gonna
book.
get hit in the face with fire and then hit in the back with radiant damage.
All right, so let's
Greckles
drop that
now has
Sunblade.
flanking.
Let's go, baby.
21.
That hits.
man.
Give him that old Grammy combo, baby.
Okay, so that's 6 plus. Give it to me, baby. 12. 18.
Let's go.
Not terrible. 1 second, I gotta calculate
Yep.
this.
I got my offhand.
Nice.
really
you
want
swing
this to
around
kill him.
behind, and you're just hacking off pieces like a butcher right now.
Cool. Let's go for another swing.
All right.
Birds of nature.
22.
That's 22. That hits.
Please,
Go and roll
please,
damage.
please, please.
That is 7.
Nice.
7 flat.
That's really, really good, though.
And then
Bring it
I
down.
will take my steps, and I'm good.
All right, you go in the back of the newly. It's wet here, by the way. I would make
Oh.
it difficult terrain, but it's more like you guys are like sliding on the ice. All right, that ends Greckle's turn. Seika, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna punch it.
Punch it.
I like this
Greckle.
strategy.
Does a
That hits.
17.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
For 6 damage.
Nice. You guys are just
I will
beating the
punch
shit
it
out of this
again.
Hit it again.
Fucking do it again.
That's a 27
thing. That's
Nope,
a
too high,
20.
you
That
missed.
hits.
You miss.
for 9 damage.
Oh my god, you guys.
And I
That
will
hurt him.
spend 1 more key point to flurry of blows.
Okay.
To be fair, Monty, they are undead.
Yeah.
Oh!
You dropped your arm.
Mark, you got too excited.
I know. I was doing
You
so
forgot.
well.
You're still rolling dice.
I was doing well until I was me again.
Yeah, until you
Okay.
started rolling more than one.
Do
die
I
at a
still
time.
get my other flurry of
Hold
blows?
on.
It depends
hold
on how
on.
severe this is.
I rolled 18 in severity.
Oh God!
Oh crap.
So as you go to swing, this thing grabs your fist and just crunches down, and you all hear this horrible sizzling noise. As this thing
Ow.
clamps down on your hand, you see the flame of your hand go dim and black as it squeezes down, and you feel a numbness, a frostbite bite into your hand. You're gonna take.
Oh no.
You're gonna take 5 cold damage as this thing just squeezes down, and like you managed to wrench your hand away, and you had to like shake as flakes of obsidian kind of spatter against the ground, and it's really painful.
Does
You've
that
not faced a foe
ignore
quite like
temporary
that.
HP?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So you can minus your temporary HP from that. It hurt though.
It did.
But you do get your second attack.
All right. For flavor, this is a roundhouse kick to the side of the newly grown head.
To his baby head.
There we go.
That scared me for a
28.
second. It was on that one for a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
longer than I wanted.
All right, go ahead and roll to
Hey.
7.
nice, very nice.
This
You
guy
do.
hurt
You
my
roundhouse.
hand.
You as he just got his head back, you roundhouse kick it off because it was only hanging on a little bit.
This man has made me very angry.
All right, task. It is now your
Oh, it's
turn.
about to die now.
All right, here I go taking
Here-
a shot
here-
again.
Here comes the cannon.
Here it goes.
Again on his own.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Well,
My God.
I'm about to get shot, aren't I?
Hold on, I'm gonna roll severity. Okay, so as you shoot Task without a head, this thing just grabs your arrow out of the air and snaps it in his fist. And you're like,
you missed! Second shot.
Can somebody let Roll20 know that it's not Saturday? We're not playing the Prince Division?
This is what you get for
Oh my
overhyping
God.
shit. That
13.
hits, though. 13
Thank you.
hits.
There you go.
Jeez.
Nice.
7 plus
Colossus Slayer?
6.
That's good. Bring it- Oh my god. He's not looking good at this point.
Okay, good.
That brings us around to Borky, who is now unparalyzed.
Can I step through my illusion?
You don't know it's
You
there.
absolutely can.
You don't know it's
even
there, so yeah.
So yeah, you absolutely can.
And then Borky immediately swings with Romfall. Boom! First hit. 19.
That'll hit.
Good night. Get him, baby.
Go to dead.
10 plus 3,
Can-
13.
Oh,
Panic,
to dead.
You watch as both Ronfall and Borky swing in the exact same motion and just cleave this guy in two. He slogs onto the melted ground.
Bye, Felicia.
And with that,
Playing.
combat ends.
Oof.
I think
Gross.
I think I should go into lead for future referees.
Well, hang on for
You're
a
about to
second.
say I think I should go it alone, and I'm like, by all means.
They were interested in your sword.
Yeah, they kept saying his name over and over again. Kept saying Romfall.
Yeah.
There must be a connection to him, but
Hey, Monty.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm going to immediately begin ritual casting detect magic again.
Okay.
Is
As you
their
ritual
longsword
cast
still
detect.
there?
Oh yeah, they're still there. These are bone longswords.
I'm taking one.
They have no magical property to them. They're just very well made Goliath bone swords. So
No,
make sure
I'm
you write it
taking-
down as such.
Okay, that's fine.
There's
I just want
there's okay. There's two of them if you want to take both of them.
Yes.
Is that even a question?
All right.
One, take sword.
Just to make
Two,
it
question
casual.
mark.
I'm really
Three.
motivated.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel
for-
really good right now.
For a small creature, it'd be considered a great sword because it is big. It is Goliath-sized long sword. So that is like for Borky it would match really well. But for the rest of everybody, this thing is really big and really cumbersome.
Hey, Monty, quick question.
Yep.
Based on the nature of how these undeads just completely ignored seemingly everything and went after Borky, would Jim's teachings give me any insight into what kind of undead these would be?
I'm gonna say, I'm trying to think of who is messaging me.
Uh-oh.
Someone who doesn't understand.
Just don't understand.
Put them in their place, Monty.
Oh,
They're going to learn today.
I don't want to beat up Citra King. They're a good egg. Anyway.
Oh, I'll be
I'm gonna say, who would know this? I'm gonna say Remy and Greckles with advantage. Everybody else just a straight religion check.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that include me?
Hey, 22.
You would have
20.
not a clue, Seika. This
Yeah.
is beyond.
Hey,
your-
birds, powers unite.
Bird up.
Actually, I would say Seika, you can roll, but you don't get advantage.
That's
Okay,
12.
fair.
4.
Watch out, guys.
Yeah.
Big int roll coming in here.
No, I'm just holding my fucking long swords. I gotta tell you guys, this is really great.
14. 14 from Seika.
2. Oh, fuck.
Good job, Borky.
Is Borky a priest?
Um,
He's so good at religion.
Seika, you've heard of like malevolent spirits and that sort of thing. It's definitely common that, there are places where the people have died and there hasn't been a proper ceremony to like put their spirits at ease, and it causes problems. They usually come back as malevolent spirits, demons sometimes even. It's very bad news bears. And this is definitely, you're in a different world, so this feels like something that you would know, but it's like a different color to it, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, oh, I've experienced something similar to this, but this is just a different way of it happening in this place. So I'm going to give this both to Greckles and to Remy. Remy, you spent some time with Lady Isla. In your experience, you actually spent a lot of time with her. And you just casual conversation and talking about stuff. And as well as you, Greckles, you've talked to Chief Irons. When people die on the battlefield, sometimes they don't leave, they stay. And Isla says that battlefields tend to be the most common place that restless dead tend to linger. especially if the battlefield remains and the corpses have been left on the surface or been left unburied or unceremoniously, ceremonied, for lack of a better term. Given that these people seem to have died and seem to have been untouched after the incident, says a lot to their current condition. So this is not the source of this is not something like a necromancer or some sort of someone pulling the strings. These Goliaths seem to be self-perpetuating, and it's by their own choice because they have no other choice, is what you understand.
Well, let's not linger too long then.
I actually wanted to check one thing. In the newly formed hole in the ice, are there any materials? Are there any tools, signs of intelligent life, like art or anything?
Roll an investigation for me, Task. Or actually survival. Survival or investigation of your choice.
Survival would be better.
Okay.
24.
Very good. As you kind of scour around, you noticed something. There's a little black blob in the corner, probably where it got blasted from Seika. And you pick up I'm gonna say 5-inch tall round figurine. And it was probably carved from bone, but it's been scorched to hell. But it has kind of a strange shape to it. It looks like it probably had some features to it before it got absolutely torched. The bottom is definitely the most interesting, which is what survived the blast. It kind of has a very unique notch to the bottom of it. It seems unique enough that it's worth carrying, you think?
Okay, above game, I'm just like, well, this fucking thing is haunted. But in game, I'm gonna fucking move over to everyone else and show them the figurine.
How much? I shot out it from the ice melt, huh? How much of this can melt?
I wouldn't test that.
The structural integrity could be compromised.
Borky's got a lighter in the corner. He's trying to light some ice on fire. Come on, burn, baby, burn.
No, Borky. I snuff it out with blow it out. No, Borky. This entire place will collapse in on us if we melt it enough.
There's wind magic afoot.
Meanwhile, Seika is shaking off his dimmed arm and trying to get heat to flow back into his hand normally again. He just kind of mutters under his breath.
Akuma. Hey, Monty.
Yeah.
Based on the fire that we used to blast out areas of this cave, is there any place that has been carved out enough to maybe potentially become a makeshift grave?
Not really, no. You get the sense that if you wanted to bury these bodies, first of all, none of you can cast ceremony, so that's a problem.
Or can I?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Remy, you would definitely know this being a soldier on the battlefield, that there are literally clerics and paladins specifically who come in and they cast ceremony on bodies. And that's, for this situation, that's what you need. But you don't have that with you right now.
Got it. So just burying them and giving them a little
They wouldn't
ceremony
care.
Okay.
No, they would not care.
Okay, in game, I actually want to raise a question. Would it be wise to burn the body so they don't rise again?
They're already kind of...
But they do regenerate.
Tusk, have you ever tried to burn a body?
She's gonna be hard.
Task like war PTSD flashbacks of back home.
It ain't me.
Ask again later.
Soon.
Oh, jeez.
Look, let's just keep going. I don't think we'd want to be here any longer than we have to.
I'm assuming this is when my detect magic goes off.
You don't detect any magic here.
Okay. Can I examine the holes in the ground that they rose out of?
It looks like they just literally it's like if you were to fill it with some other colored liquid, it'd probably be the exact same shape as their bodies before they burst out.
Is all that we're stepping on in the stairs ice?
Yep.
Huh.
We could be surrounded by them. I should go in the front.
I'll know if they're there. I sensed them before they popped up. So there is magic afoot.
All right, I'm taking point.
Kuriyama-san, are you all right?
Remy, can you take up the rear?
Sure.
Okay.
I should be fine, Denka. I just need a moment. You can tell it doesn't really hurt him. It's more like it was extremely uncomfortable.
I'd like
Yeah.
to stealth behind Borky.
Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead
I'd
and roll
also-
a
Remy-
stealth check.
Remy's at least gonna fold up the arms on the body and make them look presentable, even though there's nothing that they can do for them.
25.
Kind of hard. They're frozen.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
Tass,
everything
you
about
just
these guys is
cling,
messed
like you
up.
cling onto Borky's back, and even Borky's not aware that you're there.
It's like that one video of the dude who's like changing out his monitor lizard's enclosure, and he fucking climbs on his back and just chills out there.
Yep. Can I go ahead and drop into stealth as well, Monty?
Absolutely, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. 19.
Don't go too far ahead, Borky. I can only see about 30 feet out.
Oh, I'm gonna be staying pretty close to everybody. Besides, the new guy's nice and warm.
I guess we're just gonna move in this kind of block.
You know, it's like Borky's like really rubbing his hands and putting them up against you, like, oh, it's good. It's good here.
Patting his face.
While
Pulls
we're
out a
walking up the
marshmallow.
stairs, you just hear in the background, "Space heater."
I'm going to be examining everywhere where there is thick sheets of ice, anywhere where these things could be hiding.
Roll. I'm gonna say roll a perception check for me. Panic. Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Can you go
Oh,
to work?
Token disappeared.
Seika covered me up.
Oh, did I?
There
Oh,
you
I'm
are.
sorry.
Yeah. There,
Uh,
there. There you go.
perception
Go
check.
ahead and
gonna
roll a
be
perception check for me.
21.
You can't help but notice some hunting things in the ice. Not people, but there are frozen animals.
Aw.
Notably boars, bear, some with their bodies half missing. And it's very strange. It looks as if it was intentional.
So this is like some twisted art where like they cut a cow in like 6 segments and then line them all up, right?
Roll a history or survival check or history check of whoever's choice if you guys want to make it.
History's
check.
better, so I'll do that.
18.
12.
I'm not even
Ooh,
going to
7.
bother to attempt.
It is a survival check as well. It's not just
okay.
13
Yeah.
Hooray!
survival from Seikot.
Nat 20.
Oh jeez.
Nice. So all of you guys, even Task, because you wouldn't have ever experienced this, honestly. Like you're all like, "What the heck is this?" And Borky, you've endured winters with your orc clan. That's a larder. That's just you freeze during the winter. You just freeze the meat. You don't have to like use it all at the same time. It's nice. You get to
Hey.
kind of use it sparingly, and that's what it is.
This is the larder. Yeah, it's the room where you put all the food in.
Well, that does settle my nerves a little bit.
Hey, so don't worry too much.
I worry
So
that the
wait.
food might
It's just a
rise.
Big freezer.
So was this big dragon hungry then?
Well, dragons usually go where there's where there's riches, right? That's how dragons be.
I'd imagine
Notably-
that. Oh.
Oh, no, sorry. Go ahead.
Tash just like shakes his head. I'd imagine the dragon's been dead long before the Goliaths moved in.
It's fair, but what was he on top of? Clearly, they build a base of operations here. Makes sense.
As you guys reach about past this point, past where the ice ends, it is now fully bone. You guys are standing in what looks like an invertebrate of the tail that's been hollowed out. Notably carved using other bone is an animal pen, where you see a dead corpse of a rather large goat lying just on the ground, completely just the
How long has he
chest
been dead
is-
for?
Roll a medicine check, I'm gonna say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Big whiz.
Oh,
19, shut up!
Oh,
I thought the one was
Wow.
first.
Yeah, me too, man.
because the environment of this place is, snowy and you don't know if it thaws up here or anything, you can't really determine how long it's been up here. With that 19 roll, you can determine that this creature died from starvation.
Oh,
can
it's
tell.
barely skin and... Borky just kind of walks in a little bit. Barely skin and bones here. Look at
It's a
this.
really cool skull, though.
Is it a ram skull?
Yeah, it's like a ram skull with 2 curled horns.
Boo!
Borky takes the
Alright.
ram's head off.
I hate the Rams.
Okay. You grab and you wrench the head. It's kind of frozen in the ground, but you manage to like, kind of take Gruel's little axe and you kind of pick at the ice. You just crack out and you pull out the skull. It's intact. Probably could use a little bit of cleanup, but it's a preserved skull.
Hey, Panic, I need your secret hole.
What you go to? Just okay. I'll open up my
Borky
hole.
Kobe's it in. You slap it on the wall. Borky goes for a 3-pointer.
Okay.
Gentlemen, if I may.
Concerns.
Good.
No, not actually. I placed it in very carefully.
Monty, you were saying roll something?
Oh, I was gonna say roll like a general dexterity check to see how good your basketball shoot is.
Oh God. He misses it, shatters on the ground.
Shoot.
Gentlemen, not all of us can see in the dark. Would it chafe anyone if I got some light down this corridor?
Yeah, it is
Question
dark
for
in
you,
here now.
Monty.
Hi, yeah.
Can I use produce flame to just make myself a point of light?
I will allow that because it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna drop dancing lights.
Task's eyes fucking like light up, like fucking dilate. Son of a bitch!
I mean,
Get flash-
yeah.
Flashbang.
It's like someone
If you
found,
wanted
like,
to do, if
flashing
you wanted to do dancing lights, I'll let you do that instead.
Sorry, did somebody say
Just
flashlight?
about it.
No, it would be good to have a point of reference light source, but I was gonna use it to like, it's got a range of 120 feet. I can
Yeah.
light up a long way.
Right.
So that's
So if you
originally
want
what
to
I
do
want
that
to
to light up the path, and then I can be like
Yeah.
10 feet.
Mark, just
right,
make sure
10
that we don't
feet
burn
dim.
in your light.
I get
Is
it.
that a Christian rock reference?
Yes.
No.
I mean, hey, there's nothing you can say.
So I'll say Monty,
Wow.
the lights are just chilling out like right here.
Wow.
Thank you, Connor. I appreciate you.
Hey.
That hurt me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Now he gets it.
From this position, the stairs lead upwards, so you actually cannot see what is above.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a down.
Yeah.
Okay.
elevated.
No, it goes up, elevated. You remember on the outside, the skeleton of this whatever this creature was, it was curled around the mountain, which is what the shape is. So it actually goes up progressively.
And you
Great.
said from this point on, it's all bone, no ice.
It is mostly bone, a mixture of ice, and a mixture of leather actually on the walls as well.
Okay.
That's-
Is one more question? Is any of this looking like it's more recently used than the stuff down here?
You don't know.
Okay.
Tess, should we go peep up the top of the stairs?
I'll tell you once my screen stops showing me nothing but darkness. Ah, there it is. Yes, let's do that.
So,
let me take point, please.
Let's at least visually scope it out before you go in there. You're basically a walking ham hock to these people. We'll be back. It's literally
I'll go
20
with-
feet.
Dale 13.
Okay.
I will
Let me
go
jump in
with-
there. But we're stealthing. 23.
Nice. All right.
Come on, baby. 5.
Survival. Why you roll
Why
survival?
did you roll
Oh
survival?
shit. Sorry. Yeah, I am stealthing. Hang on.
All right.
Redo.
I was gonna
Better.
hang
11.
back, but I
Barely.
guess I have
Okay.
to go with because I'm the source of light for at least one of these.
Well, there's
people.
dancing lights up ahead, so you guys
Okay.
do see a light up ahead.
But also Greckles wins, so I have to go.
Greckles would tell you to stay back.
Fine, then I won't go, but I don't like it.
We're
Jesus
scouting.
God.
We're like, we're just
You know,
trying to
my
scout
real
ahead a
eye.
little bit.
As you guys march up the stairs, Task, Panic, and Greckles, as your heads kind of peek up beyond the staircase, you watch as almost a breath enters this chasm as just air just rushes past you. Not harshly, it doesn't throw you back, but it's enough to tussle your hair and tussle the feathers in the ears as this kind of chilling air kind of breathes through the entire cavern. It picks up particles of snow, which dusts down the stairs. Borky, Seika, and Remy, you feel the same sort of sensation as it's almost as if this entire cavern, this dead creature, almost inhales for a moment, briefly.
No thanks.
That's,
Is there
that's
anything?
creepy.
Is there anything visual, such as more dudes in the wall or
From
anything
this
of like?
position, you can't see anything.
I guess Greckles will gesture everyone else that it's okay to come back up.
Seiko, right?
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe the dragon is emitting a magic. That's why things is coming back to life.
Would that make any kind of sense to me?
Roll an arcana.
You know, that's a great question. It's a great question, really.
It's a 13.
Yeah, I mean, hallowed ground is a thing. You've heard stories about that, but I mean, you don't know. I mean, you're inside of a dead thing, so it's just weird all around. But you're not sure if that's the source. Maybe shrug. I don't know.
I'm not certain I can agree or disagree with that principle. His eyes are pretty thin right now.
Okay. Borky goes, yes. It's the end of that.
Good talk.
Great talk. Great chemistry. Great chemistry between Seika and Borky. Fantastic.
Does everyone else move up?
Yeah, we motioned you guys to follow up.
Bloop, 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 bloop. All our heads come up.
I'm not
Do
getting
we
any
need to be
magic.
stealthing?
If you guys want to stealth, or if you want to just walk up
Were
without
you-
stealthing, you can. That
Were
is a
you
choice.
using specific hand signals to indicate stealthily, or just come
No,
here?
just
You
that.
gotta hold R2.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I am in armor. We are on ice. I am about to Grim Harl all over this stealth check. If you,
Oh
if
my
you make me do
God.
that.
Hey, do not coin that phrase. I do not like that phrase.
Could be worse. You could coin calamity.
Hey, she was pretty stealthy.
She was. Anyway.
Was
Again, you guys proceed up the stairs,
Yeah, the
and
game's
you
over.
look forward. And from this position, again, you can't see anything. Notably, the walls are bone, and you do notice that there are some carvings in the walls, but from this position, you can't really see what those carvings are. Given, the light is helpful, but you are not near the carvings to read them.
All right, Porky, if you want to take point, this would probably be the point to take point.
Yeah,
Wild
leave
words.
it to me. All right, thank you very much. Borky's gonna take point.
All right. I'm going to be following closely behind Borky.
Where is he pointing?
I move up
Bork, you
20
need to
feet.
make me. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? I was just waiting for it.
Pucker immediately.
All right. As you guys make your way into this hallway, this is probably first of all, this section of the bone is probably the pelvis, you're assuming. From not completely on the floor, but like from where the wall touches the floor all the way up to the ceiling, which the ceiling is probably, I'm going to say, at least 20 to 30 feet tall, is just carvings, like pictures, depictions, stories, legends. It's a whole rainbow of history that appears to have been meticulously carved out of this bone. Notably, you notice probably about a foot deep in the ice are some tools probably used like for this craft. You see all kinds of different things that are carved in here. There's just so much. It's just
Is there a central piece of this carving? Is it all focusing on one area and that the eye's drawn to?
like a
these carvings?
mural or something.
Yeah, there is. There is a on this wall right here, on the rightmost wall, is a large depiction of a very, I say crude, but it's impressionistic, I guess, of this creature, the skeleton, and around it are these smaller depictions of probably the Goliath that live here. Notably, there's more and more of them. Like, this is probably the biggest mural, but you notice that for each little person on it, there's actually a rune atop it. Remy, you can see that those are all names. There's probably about a few generations worth of family is here. And notably, the newer carvings are further away from the centermost point, whereas the ones who probably founded this homeland are right in the middle, and make a promising kind of like.
So there
Sorry,
are
make it
people
very-
buried here.
Well, you don't know. It doesn't depict that, but it depicts that there were, generations of family here. So.
Got
Yeah.
it. So it's not necessarily like a place where people are buried. It's just like wall paintings and stuff like that, or just the
It's
names?
it's like a history. It's like, here are the people who lived here. Here are the Goliaths who, this was Agrok, he was a guard. This is Talbutu, he was a cook.
Ooh.
Like there's like all these things.
Oh, so it's like a memorial.
Not really a memorial. It's more of just like these are the people who live here and who have lived here.
It's like a genealogy.
It's like a genealogy or like a record of sorts.
A genealogy
They don't have
genie.
this based on this civilization. They clearly don't have books, so this is their way of doing it.
It's beautiful.
It's carved into the bone.
It's carved into the bone. Yeah.
It's in the bone.
Does anyone mind if I send the lights further down?
You can go for here. Borky's staring
any-
at it. He thinks it's beautiful.
Does anybody else want to investigate the other side of the wall, which has way more drawings?
Oh well, I
I
mean, now
will-
when you put it that way.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went that
will
way.
do
Now I
this.
feel like a dumbass. Now I'm at like the bitch
Everybody,
wall.
everybody, roll an investigation check for me.
Oh no!
I'm
Not
good at
things
those.
that start with I.
26.
I'm kind of in the same
12.
camp. Insight's like the only good one.
Yeah.
Hey.
14.
Oh, 17. Shut the front door.
Hey.
19. I'll take that.
8 from Seka. 8 from Seka.
Okay.
For
Makes
26.
sense, Seika.
Burn up.
Okay, we'll go from highest to lowest. Actually, we'll go from lowest to highest. Seika, there is notably a great deal of, as you look at these runes, you can't understand. You don't speak Giant, do you?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
There are images. There's one image that looks kind of interesting to you. It just seems to be like basically like a record of animals. Notably, like there's different animals that are depicted on this wall, but beyond that, you don't see anything particularly interesting. Task. There is, as you look at the wall, there is a depiction of the Goliaths fighting a white dragon. You can tell it's a white dragon based off of the fan that they give on the top of the head. And notably, it is a image of a crowned Goliath stabbing through like the small image of this dragon and bringing it down. It's like this very dynamic, heroic-looking pose of
Does
these
the-
probably Goliath hunters like bringing down this dragon.
Does the depiction of the blade look familiar?
It looks like it's like a some sort of like spear or maybe a glaive or some sort of like pole arm weapon is what it looks like. Yeah.
Huh.
Beyond that, it looks like just like, you've had these sort of stories in your own Oath. Iron Oath has been like, stories of people besting creatures. It's always the way it's been. So this is actually kind of like common to you.
Prickly Jim was always good at plunging his sword into porcupines, he was.
Exactly.
Then Prickly Jim, well, he made one mistake too many.
Panic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say over on this wall. I'm not gonna put you in danger. You're fine. But you guys are
Right.
analyzing this. As you're kind of going through, there's images of farm life. There's images of hunting and fishing and whatnot. There's one figure, a standing bug-like creature that just makes you kind of stop. I want you to roll a religion check with advantage for me.
Oh boy. I'm assuming. I'm making assumptions. Religion check with advantage is gonna be a 22.
Nice. Notably, this insect-like creature is like thrusting what looks like a spear through like 3 Goliaths, and there's this really traumatic, tragic-looking like scene. Notably, that creature is an ice devil. You've seen it depicted in the devil book that you've seen, and this notably is apparently an ice devil appeared. And it seems to note that it terrorized this Goliath tribe. But it was felled down by a warrior, crowned the Devil Slayer, essentially. But that's something that you note of this history of this clan. That's gonna bring us to Borky. Borky, as you look around. There is quite a few images of orcs, actually. The depiction is a little offensive. Given that this is a very simplified.
Oh god, are the orc parts blurred out?
No, like the tusks are exaggerated and like the brows look really like.
No, the brow thing's actually accurate. Me uncle had a big brow. He would hit doors walking through. Poor uncle.
Was he called Browky?
No.
Notably, there is a depiction of what looks like, based off of your assessment, the Blood Axes, probably a raiding party, arrived, and they were just stomped out by this tribe. Like there's literally it is like a war scene, and the Goliaths are clearly winning. And there's even like a depiction of the king of the Goliath like holding up a head on his polearm stick, his polearm staff, in glorious victory. Beyond that, you don't see really anything else.
Okay. Borky
and
walks back
then-
to the guys.
Remy.
Yeah.
Remy, as you look at the depictions, you notice a depiction of a large serpent-like beast. It is extremely huge in comparison to the Goliaths. You notice that there's like 5 or 6 or even 10 or 12 Goliaths like on equal sides, like stabbing into it. And notably, the mouth of this creature is open, and like there's this kind of like bellowing gust coming out of the mouth, swirling in these very intricate, very artistic swirls. It's a multi-legged creature. It has about 6 legs on it, a long whipping tail, and just a mouth of teeth. There's no jaw, like there's no like snout to it. It is just eyes and then just a mouth. Something about it is creepy to you and a bit haunting, but you're not able to identify what that is. And Freckles, as you're kind of tracing your hand over the carvings, you see you kind of bring up the dancing lights up to the ceiling, and you notice a carving of a structure that is familiar to all of you. But Greckles, you catch this first. It is a large, multifaceted castle that exists in the skyline. And you notice that a depiction of Ronfalt is there, standing atop this structure. And you see him standing atop, and you see below him is the chieftain and all of the other Goliaths, like not raising up their weapons hostily, but raising up their weapons in acknowledgement, along with Ronfalt with 2 hands holding the sword in the same sort of pose, like almost as if it's like, you've seen other depictions like this. There's depictions of that with some other orcs, which is a little less offensive. You see that, you assume it's the Iron Claws, and it's the same sort of thing. They're both holding their weapons upright in sort of this like acknowledging pose, and this is the same thing. And that is something that you notice.
Hey, Borky, look.
What?
Up there. Look who it is.
How about that?
Looks like Ronfalt was some kind of hero to these people. Or at least they respected him.
They used to.
Well, the thing is, was wrongful. Right. Oh, I don't know how he's gonna take this, but be right back. Borky grabs the hilt.
He does not let you in. You get this really, really miserable feeling from Ronfalt right now.
Yeah, well, pictures are always romantic. Borky says, kind of walks off.
Wait, what did he say, Borky?
Didn't say anything, Remy. Didn't say anything.
Remy kind of glares at the sword.
Remy, can you identify any sort of writing on this particular mural as he points up?
I assume it's just paintings.
There's writing.
Does it say anything that's of noteworthiness?
Notably, the one that you were looking at with the creature, it notes that it's like really like planner index. Forsooth the day that I gotta see if I can find names here. Forsooth the day that Kiferus brought down the great frost salamander is the picture that you're looking at.
Okay, so that thing's got it. We're here for a frost salamander, yes?
That is correct.
He's gonna point at that particular picture. They may have fought one as well.
Oh, so it's that big.
Yes.
Good.
We fought bigger.
Remy's gonna walk over to Borky, unless somebody wanted to do something.
I just wanted to drive the lights down further, unless anyone objected to it, just to scout further ahead.
Go scout, buddy.
All right,
while
so
he's
scout it out.
While he's scouting, I'm gonna ask Borky.
How far out do the lights go from there?
120 feet, but the 4 lights have to be within 30 feet of each other.
All right, so I'm just going to reveal everything because that makes life a lot easier for me.
Cool. I love this spell.
Yeah, right?
Whoa. Whoa.
Deadman.
A Deadman.
John Q. Deadman.
Yes. How did you know his name?
Oh my god.
John Quincy Deadman.
I was thinking Quincy.
Wait.
All right. So whatever,
Bro.
Remy, whatever it is you wanted to do.
Borky, does he understand you when you talk to it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does.
Well, tell him if he doesn't want to get you killed, he might want to tell you what's going on.
I'm going to be honest with you there, Remy. Don't exactly have the power to do that.
Oh, it was worth a shot.
No. He won't even
So-
let me connect.
As you guys look out, you guys, with the lights that Greckles kind of summons up, you see what looks to be the main hall of this chamber. Notably, on the sides of the walls are leather that has been tacked on like these really thick copper rings, or like kind of crude metal rings, through the rib bones of this creature. This entire hall, I guess, is it a buttress? Is that what it's called? The steeple thingy?
Is it flying?
Yeah, a flying buttress or a buttress.
It's kind of like, it's not the proper term, but church ribs. Like
church ribs, yes. The ribs of the
Sure.
church.
Church ribs.
I know what you're talking
went to
about.
art school, and that was on my
Delicious.
test, and I've forgotten.
Don't
But-
worry,
It is
Monty.
our-
I feel
I'm
like
Googling church ribs. Oh, it's real.
Church ribs.
know what you're talking about.
From the
vault.
side. From the side of this room all the way to the top of the ceiling. The ceiling is like at least maybe 100 to 200 feet tall. You can't really tell because of the darkness in here, but this is a tall structure, and the bulk of the structure is made from these rib bones. The rib bones have, again, more carvings on them, but these are a little bit more artistic. It doesn't really depict anything or tell anything. And notably, the leather here is crude, but very effective and very thick. You notice in the center of the room with the lights a dead corpse, which is significantly smaller than the other bodies you have seen in this area.
Any possible chance for investigation at a distance?
That would be a perception.
Or
check at
perception,
distance.
sorry. God, my brain.
You're all good.
Boy. 14?
14. They look like they're a dwarf. You're not sure if they're a dwarf. It's hard to tell.
Is
From this
is
position.
the body icy?
The body looks like it's been here for a while, but not as
Okay.
long as the other bodies. It's not like in the ice. It's like on the surface of the ice.
Right.
And there's some snow piling up around it.
Oh,
Notably,
that's
there's
disturbing.
no decay. The skin is completely pale with rigor mortis.
Keep on your toes, guys. I don't know if I trust this.
You trusted this to begin with? Whew.
I mean, you never know what to trust anymore.
I peer inside this locale.
All right. As you peer inside, you see a body that appears to have been slashed in half. And it's frozen, like the hands curled over and frozen. The organs on the inside are completely frozen. The body looks to be of a female Goliath, and like just dead to rights, completely dead.
Monty.
Yep.
Survival check to identify what kind of a sword cut this thing in half, or
Sure,
cut it down
go
the
ahead.
middle. Okay.
Medicine check.
Oh gosh,
You can't live in 3-5,
Nat
old man.
20, give it to me.
A big sword.
Would you
A
say it
sword.
looks similar to the sword that I saw in the painting on the ceiling?
You could assume.
Borky,
Eh.
remember the picture we saw? The sword Ronfalt was holding?
Yeah.
Just gonna point at the wound on this chest. Very similar.
Ah, shit.
Would I be able to, with my detect magic up, be able to pick up signs of stillhavity here?
Stillhavity.
Yeah.
Stillhavity's sway is a bit outside of your wheelhouse for that.
Fart.
Because technically his spawn are aberrations, which aren't inherently arguably magical. Some are, some aren't, but his aren't.
They're just gross.
At least not until Tasha's.
It's true. I will stick with.
Boy, is that
I'll
going
stick
to
with-
date this episode?
I will stick with putting 2 and 3 together then.
This something for Task, Greckles, Panic, and Borky. There's a familiar uncomfortability being here that reminds you of being Everbright in Everbright when you were on your first mission.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
gross.
gives you get the same feeling, that uncomfortable feeling of a murder scene that is very familiar.
I'm
to
going to
you.
hazard a guess and say that Ronvald was possessed and came here.
But the question's why? To what advantage?
I'm gonna roll.
This is a magical dragon skeleton.
Do we know it's magical?
It's a dragon.
Dragons aren't inherently magical.
Hey, Monty.
The Silver King sneeze is back in Eltmer.
Good. I hope he gets a cold.
Wow,
Ironically.
that's mean. Greckles, that's really mean. Wow.
You're what a fuck.
Task.
I want to roll a perception around the body.
Okay. Probably
Yahoo!
more of an investigation, but I'll give
Oh,
it to you.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to do it?
What are you looking for specifically? I guess I will determine this.
I just want to make sure that if I walk over to this body, no like Goliath hand's gonna pop out, go booga booga,
Oh,
and
okay.
grab my legs.
I will say yes. With that perception check, you do notice that there is a Goliath corpse in the ice here. But it is under the ice, almost in sort of like a curled in pose.
Oh, I was meaning around this dude.
Yeah, that's the closest you can see near him. There's just one body underneath the ice over in this direction near the fire.
I want to sneak
Or it was
on
once
over
a
to
fire.
that. I want to sneak on over to that corpse.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Yahoo! 22.
Okay. You sneak on over to that corpse.
Pretty sneaky, sis.
Now let us investigate the corpse.
All right.
Y'all, we could have just burned a hole straight from that first chamber.
I was
I
just
know,
suggesting-
right?
Guys, remember that this is going up progressively, so you
Yeah,
actually went
we're-
upstairs, so
I
you're going
can aim
up.
upwards.
Oh my god.
Ah, beans 5.
5. As you go to go through the pockets are frozen over. Like you actually physically cannot get into this guy. He is completely frozen over.
I look over at Seika and I kind of wave him over.
Seika looks at Greckles.
Let me go with you.
He just nods. And
Quietly, let's go over.
then I will roll stealth.
I will as well.
That's a 9.
That's a nat 20.
Can Greckles
Greckles,
just
you-
carry me?
Yeah, Greckles, you just pick up Seika and you walk him over.
Oh, that's nice.
Now
Just
now
holds
look
my
both
hand.
ways while crossing the street, sweetie.
Oh God.
Listen,
Can
son.
Seika just hold on? Seika can just T-pose, right? I
Yeah.
feel like Mark
Yes.
knows how to do that.
No, even worse. I'll just
when
A-pose.
Seika blushes, does steam go off his body? I'm just curious.
You've never seen him blush. You don't know.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
So
now that you are here, Task points over the body. Put a heat source here. I can't get inside of any of his articles of clothing. It's all iced over.
What would be a safe amount of damage to thaw a body without burning it?
Likewise.
I'd say probably produce flame would probably. You'd have to take some time, but
It does
would-
1d8 damage.
That'll do. That'll work.
Okay.
I was
You
about to say
might-
I got firebolt at
guy-
2d10.
This
That's
guy's
worse.
got a jacket on that might scuff the jacket, but I don't think anyone's gonna want to wear a dwarven jacket anyway, because no one here's a dwarf.
Hmm.
All right.
Do I?
So what-
do
la-
I-
Roll-
bit last
roll the
season.
damage.
I don't
roll
know
the
why
All
I
right,
needed to
don't
roll.
fuck over his jacket. I do want to steal his shoes though.
Why is it 2d8? Oh, right, because it increases when I reach level
Yeah.
5.
Level caps.
And you
Hey,
roll
that's
max
max
damage,
damage.
And I
Mark.
rolled max damage. Of all
You
the
sure
times,
did.
Oh man,
Um,
you only roll high when you don't need it.
can I convince you that I am in control enough of my own flames
I
to
will
pull
say-
back and not do max damage to this thing.
You know what? I'm gonna say roll a of your choice. Roll a survival check, or what would this be? This is one of these question mark. I'm gonna say roll either your choice of just a general dexterity check, or a sleight of hand of your choice.
Well, those are exactly the same.
So then, yeah, just whichever one you want. Just in case
Okay.
you're proficient in one or the other. Well, I mean, one only. Okay.
13.
With the nat one
13.
on the
It
side.
was almost that nat one, and I was like, I just burned a hole through the cave, and we're all
That was-
falling.
You grabbed
awesome.
Taz's face.
So the good news is you don't burn the things he's carrying. The bad news is you burn him. Any recognition on this face is now gone. To your best of your guys' knowledge, it was a dwarf. You're not sure who he was, where he came from, not a clue. But you got his backpack, which appears to be full of stuff.
Cool. Let's check that.
All right.
I'm
As
so
you
sorry.
you
Can I?
kind of flip open this still it's still cold, like it's still frozen. Like you ever pick up a frozen sweater out of the snow and it's just like it's not like wet, it's not like a block of ice, but it's still like stiff with the water
Yep.
and the frost.
Yeah.
You kind of fold open the little flap on the top and you just break it off and you're like, you just chuck it. The backpack's garbage. You reach inside. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Seika is gonna clap his hands together and bow and do a quick prayer of forgiveness for having like singed this man's entire face off.
This is completely out of game. I would have just had, while he does that, Tash just punches him in the face and then takes his stuff.
Like Gmod punches him and then All right. As you go through the bag, you find an explorer's pack, which has all of the gear there. But it's missing 5 of the rations, so it's only got 5 really frozen rations, which are kind of gross and not probably edible. So those are a bit of a loss. There's a water skin that is just a chunk of ice, but it's still a water skin.
Okay.
The hempen rope is still there. There are 8 torches instead of 10.
Ooh,
The
very
box
good.
is there and full. There is a mess kit, a bedroll, and the backpack has been ruined. It's
Hey.
completely unusable.
So wait. Hempen rope, 8 torches, mess kit. What was the other thing?
So you get hempen rope, a water skin that's got a big ice chunk in it because the water in there froze.
Hold on, Monty. I'm sorry. Let me get to my thing. I have a big list.
No worries.
Big list. Sorry.
I'm writing it down too.
All right.
Hempen rope,
So, hempen
50
rope.
foot of hempen rope. A water skin that has like ice in it, but it's gonna melt when you go into a hot climate. The rations are like freezer burned to hell. You don't want to eat those.
Okay. No.
eight-
No.
Eight torches,
Mm-hmm.
a tinder box, a mess kit, which has like a fork and a knife in there and a spoon and a spork. Very good.
My new weapon.
A bedroll. It's dwarf sized.
Is it fucked up or is
and-
it still usable?
It's frozen, but it definitely could be washed and cleaned and used. It's
Okay.
just in a rough state. Among that, you also go through and you find 4 very large gold-trimmed drinking horns. They are definitely not for a dwarf. These are definitely Goliath drinking horns.
Oh.
Sick. All right.
So you can add 4 Goliath gold-rimmed drinking horns.
Wait. Hang on.
Here's
Task-
gold?
Task
You
is
said the
that
spork was a +3 spork, right?
Task, is that a good idea considering we're finding vengeful dead here to take their stuff?
Yeah. What are you, stupid?
No, I'm just hoping
No.
I'm just hoping you're not.
Well, they haven't killed us yet.
Well,
I'm not gonna trying.
well, we still haven't checked the rest of this guy's pack. Maybe there might be something important in here.
Okay, keep on going.
You also find a bone chunk, which appears to have been broken off of a wall, which appears to be a depiction of a dwarf.
Okay.
Clearly, this was part of the bone here, and he apparently took it out rather crudely. Also, Kurt, you're breathing into your microphone.
I'm not even near my microphone.
I can hear you.
I'm not even near my. No, seriously, I'm not. My microphone's a foot away from my mouth. So.
Oh, well,
No,
Okay,
so I don't know what to tell you.
I can hear you. I
Well,
don't know
then
what to tell you
breathe
either.
lighter.
Have you tried not breathing?
He can't help it. I just want to let him know in case he was near his microphone, but if he can't do anything about it, it's fine. And then
anyway.
the last thing you find is a small little depiction of what looks to be just a character. It's like a little idol, probably about I think 5 inches or 4 inches tall, carved in bone. It looks like a humanoid figure wearing a helmet, holding like a sword and a little shield made of metal, and wearing like a cape on the back.
Does it match the same thing from the one I found in the wall? Like, kind of?
As you flip it down and look at the bottom part, yes, it has the same sort of inset to it.
Task looks over at Greckles and grins and shows the bottom part. See? What I tell you?
All right, just as long as it doesn't come back and bite us.
Oh, it's gonna happen regardless. You know where we are.
Let me roll some dice.
And that's what makes me worried.
Let
There
me
you
roll
go,
the
that's a
see
cue.
if it comes back to bite them dice.
Dun, 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 dun. Just a Hans Gruber machine is being built together, you know.
If
I know what I said.
if
I know what
if, if the undead are self-replicating here, it's one thing if it was a necromancer. It's another if it's just done by itself. Jim warned me about that.
Well, here's the thing, Greckles. We're taking off a fresher body of a dwarf, not so much a Goliath.
Task, I'm gonna say roll. Would you even roll for this? I could say everybody could roll. What would this be? I'm just gonna let you guys have it because you guys got some pretty good checks earlier.
Okay.
Especially since you guys got some natural 20s on some things that kind of didn't really reap you any benefits. This guy is clearly some sort of like. This guy was here for money. He was stealing shit, probably.
Grave robber!
Yeah.
He's.
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute.
archaeology and grave robbing is just kind of the same thing when you get right down to it. So however you want to
They're the
define it is up to you.
Dude, they're the same thing, just with extra steps.
Yeah, one has a
exactly.
diploma. That's the only difference.
Right? Yeah.
One is sanctioned by the police. Okay. Or law.
Oh, who the fuck's gonna bust us? The ice?
I mean,
You say that now.
I'm literally an immigrant.
You listen here. You listen here. I am standing in front of the gun and having the guy just, I'm looking at him dead in the eyes and say, do it. You ain't got the fucking balls to pull the trigger.
All right.
Zito, you're precious. You're precious, Zito. It's just like that.
That is all you find on this guy that is of any use.
Okay.
He has weapons, but they're garbage. They're like rusted over and like useless.
Okay, now I punch him in the face.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Desecrating the body.
What is wrong with you?
Zito's
I'm
angry.
having fun. I'm having fun.
No one's around. He can murder a hobo. There's no one looking. There's no one looking.
Listen, Bosco. I'm happy to roll a fucking roll that has a +10 to it.
That's fair.
Hey, money.
That's fair.
Hey, money.
Hi.
Can I have the orbs separate from this central point here, 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 just so we can see a little bit further in?
I'm showing you everything you can see.
Okay, I didn't know if this was a
There is-
staircase
There
or.
is a door.
Oh, that's
That
a
is
door. Okay, I thought that might be a staircase. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
It's a big door that also has carvings on it as well.
Oh,
Is this
good.
door not ajar?
No, it's a door.
Okay,
There's a
fair.
save point over
Yeah, why
here.
would a door be ajar,
Is-
Mark? That's silly.
Is this place over here like a hearth or something?
Yeah, it's like a huge hearth. The wood on it, some of it looks fresh, some of it looks burnt. The dwarf the dwarf probably threw something on here, you gather, maybe, at some point while he was robbing the place. It looks like this was like a main gathering area. Notably, as you guys are walking through, there are bedrooms, like these sleeping spots where the bedrolls are like under like a foot of ice deep down beneath, and like some of the bodies are like this. There's 2 bodies. There's a body here as well. There's a body that's just slumped over here. There's a body that's just stuck in the ice there as well. A body over here, and then there's a body over here as well. And they're all just dead, frozen,
Okay.
and slashed up in one way or another.
Time out for a second. We're way far into this cavern. If there was going to be any ice that would freeze anything over, it would be over and done downstairs. Am I crazy? Am I crazy in thinking that something internally in here killed all these people, including our other would-be friend, and just iced over the place, literally? It makes no sense that there'd be this much ice this far in.
Are there any holes that reach into the surface?
On the
Can
you say that again? You're a little quiet there, Zito. Sorry.
Are there any holes that lead to the surface or back outside?
You do know that there was that wind that came through, but you don't know where its source is from. You can't tell from this position.
There is fresh snow getting in here.
Is there where?
Well, maybe there's a structural break somewhere where there wasn't when this place was founded, I suppose.
I don't think we're alone.
And
I don't like that.
Stick his finger in his mouth and hold it up, see if he feels wind coming from anywhere.
Okay. It seems as though there's wind coming from the door somehow, yet it seals up the entire entrance.
The door? Which...
Yeah.
Oh, the big one at the end.
The big at the end, yeah.
Huh. It's coming from there.
I don't like that. Monty said there were not runes, but images, you said?
Carvings. There's carvings in there.
Whoa, hang on.
I'm not getting closer, don't worry.
Remy.
Yes.
Are you coming or not?
You're so far away.
I'm watching. I'm making sure we don't get jumped.
We don't want you to get jumped either.
That's fine. If I get jumped, I deserve it.
I mean, you always deserve it.
It's true.
Monty, could I perceive at a distance?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I don't like the thing in there that's possibly in there. 17.
Yeah.
All right. You notice that there are 3 square, what would the word be for this? Not cut out, but it's like a cubby. There's almost like a square cubby, 3 square cubbies in the kind of the if you were a Goliath, for example, if you were Doros size, kind of right where your chest would be are these 3 cutout areas, and then you see a lot of written scripture, and there's depictions on the ground of different kind of animals carvings of animals, rams, creatures of the mountains, kind of framing this massive door. From this position, you cannot see the writing, obviously, but that is what you see from your point of view.
There's a couple of notches, 3 of them in the door. I wonder if the figures would fit into there. Hey, Remy, do you think you might be able to read that with your enhanced vision? Air quotes with your falcon eyes.
Very nice. Yeah, is there any writing that I can see on the door?
I mean, you gotta get closer. But...
You have to.
I got good eyes. I don't need to move, do I?
Wow.
You need to get closer to read this writing.
Put on your prescription and get over there.
I was gonna say, can I pull out my dad glasses?
Position them on your beak.
Your vision benefits you for you to see things moving at a distance because you're an eagle, not to read things at a distance. So.
All right. Well, how does this work?
Look with your special eyes.
You can see writing from this position, but you still can't decipher what it is.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna say it. You have to go up to it to read it.
Well,
all right.
I might die, guys. It's okay though.
Rip.
I'll back you up.
I will.
Is she giant?
I like that Task is just running across the table.
Task is on the table.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm on the table.
Panic.
Floor's
leave a
lava.
Task up on the table.
Yeah, that's me.
Task,
You
what are you doing?
notice
Floor's
that
lava.
there's almost this high-pitched kind of howling noise near this door, this kind of shrieking, wind in a breezeway sort of sound. And you are getting a very weird sensation from your detect magic. It's nothing innately magical in a school of magic, but there is primordial magic nearby.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm getting something magical coming from... It wasn't directly from the door, right?
It's kind of leaking around the door. Very, very small amounts.
It's coming from
Remy,
behind the door.
Yep. I'm just gonna be standing here around this primordial door.
I'm gonna
as
move.
you look at the door, underneath each... as... I just
Everybody
imagine
backs
Remy
up. Yeah,
turns
get them right.
around.
Fucking damn it. Well, all right.
Remy,
Yeah, I'm good.
there are 3 of these like I'm trying to think of the word and I can't think of it. Like recesses
Like a
in the door.
notch?
Creases.
It's like a shelf. It's a cubby. It's like a cubby
Like an
little.
okay.
Yeah, like an inlet
Inlays?
cubby of it. There is a middle, like there's a middle one, a left one, a middle one, and a right one, and there's text underneath each of them. Which one would you like to read?
We'll go left to right.
Left to right? All right. The left says, in giant, the stand for the one that defies the long sleep to continue to sink their teeth into battle, whose eyes command fire and conquest.
Okay. I'm gonna probably need you to give that to me again because that was really quick.
Yep. So I'll read it out again.
Okay.
The stand for the one that defies the long sleep to continue to sink their teeth into battle, whose eyes command fire and conquest.
Okay, I got most of that. All right, I guess the next one.
Middle one.
Yep.
The stand for the one that endures all things and no things, the one who surrenders to steel crowns and items of insignificance.
Okay, one more time.
The stand for the one that endures all things and no things, the one who surrenders to steel crowns and items of insignificance.
Could you post that in the chat for us, please?
I will, yeah. So here's the left one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, trying to type all this up.
Oh, that makes me.
Hey,
that's so
now I
much.
copy
I'm gonna copy
pasta.
and paste. Bless.
Hey.
Hey, I got it.
Hey.
There's the middle.
Okay, cool. All right, time for the right one.
Okay. The stand for the one whose blood of stone and marks of faith ring true, whose strength excels beyond, who live in the belly of the beast.
All right. Narratively, Remy will be reciting this back to you guys.
Yeah, it's a hard translation, and you try your best.
Yeah, you could tell that he's struggling even with his knowledge of giant. He's reading it very slow and deliberately.
Blood of stone. Like a Goliath?
Yeah, blood. Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it look like there's something that's supposed to be put into these cubbies in each of the
Yep.
spots?
There are these little pressed up spots that almost like a key notch. They're kind of circular, and then they have like a little notch. It looks like you're supposed to put something on top of them and probably turn it.
How big?
Probably about, I'm gonna say probably 3 inches around from
Okay.
the middle. So
All right.
it's
Okay.
sizable.
All right, not okay. Cancel.
What are the stands?
It's probably a more of a metaphorical thing. So, Task, you still have all those. Oh, okay, you're right on it.
I hand one of them to. I hand the less charred one to Remy.
Okay. It is of a humanoid figure wearing with a sword and a shield, with a helmet on and a cape.
Alrighty then. I guess we're gonna throw that in the. Was it the left one?
The one that defies the long sleep to continue to sink their teeth into battle.
Yeah, that was the one on the left, right?
Yeah, it sounds like Ron fault.
I'll
Sounds like
give
Defies
it a
the
shot.
long sleep.
I'll put that into the left one.
Okay. You put it on, it fits perfectly, and then you
Okay.
twist it.
Yep.
You twist it and it locks. And I need everybody to roll initiative as
Yeah!
a body rises as the sound of the door not unlocking seems to rouse a creature from their eternal slumber.
But
All right, everybody roll initiative for me.
Nothing
Right.
like choosing the
18.
vessel of our own destruction.
Do we go for a break after this? After a roll?
Actually,
That'd
we'll
be
go for a
nice.
break before we'll go for a
Yes.
break before the fight starts. But everybody roll initiative
11 for
first.
Remy.
All right, be right back.
That's a
15.
12 from Seika, by the way.
All right.
I will go with the natural 20.
I will go for
you're
a
like
20
rolling
win.
all these nat 20s today, dude.
This bodes but poorly. We're about to have the boss
Well,
fight.
Great.
21.
Awesome. I can't wait for this to come out of the
Hey,
door.
I'll be right
and
back.
bash me in the face.
now would be the perfect time. We're not. Oh my God. That's a lot of subs. Now would be the perfect time to mention once again, for those of you who just joined us, that the Unexpectables are now officially sponsored by Die Hard Dice. Die Hard Dice, ladies and gentlemen, make fantastic dice and dice accessories, including dice trays and carrying cases for all of your favorite sets. If you would like to purchase a set of dice or a tray or any of the lovely products that they carry on their site at dieharddice.com, then you should definitely enter the code Unexpectables at checkout to get 5% off your whole order.
Yeah. You know what you should do, Connor?
What's that?
Get something to drink or go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Do it. Hey! Also, Draco Koji, I saw that. How dare you? Calling Remy dumb. That's not fair. That's messed up. Thank you for all of the subs. My goodness gracious. They're flying by.
Dude, I'm so happy about this dungeon, man. Like, I'm like, what would be really, really cool and fun that would be around? And I'm like,
this feels like Raiders of the Lost Ark. And we just chose poorly.
You did just choose poorly.
Yep. Bosco, how about them Titans last week? We don't talk about teams that aren't the Chicago Bears. You know this. 100 bits from Burnout Vaughn. I wish I had known about your sponsorship before I gave my family my diehard Christmas list. But either way, I'll get nice dice from a new tray. Well, you can still let them know that you got them because you heard about them from here. You can still let them know, Burnout.
Sure.
Yeah. And then tweet at them and be like, the Unexpectables are Herbert to do. You are correct, Yuki. Remy does indeed have a bird brain. Quite literally. 10,500 bits from Infinite Kitty along with the 20 subs gifted to the community. Congrats, guys, on the sponsorship from Die Hard Dice. Every time I ordered from them, I always made sure to let them know I found them from the Unexpectables. The dream has finally become a reality. Also, Monty, has the sponsorship infused your Die Hard Dice with awesome power? So far, no.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, not yet. No, maybe on Saturday, but not right now. We're about to.
I have a set that's banned because I'm not allowed to use it anymore because it's
yes.
My rainbow dice. I'm like,
fuck your rainbow dice. We've got Great Otaku Bomb with 4,500 bits. Hello, just a nowhere man and forever DM. Finally being able to give money to the D&D shows he loves, watches, and sometimes makes art for. And I was wondering about Monty's opinion on my Wish Glue Were Here piece, and hope you are doing better now. Keep D&D alive, everybody, and have fun in this crazy game. P.S. Don't look for me on the Discord. All right. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for the bits. I don't know if Monty saw your piece, but sweet.
Pieces. Speaking of pieces, one of my artists actually literally got back to me with one of the pieces for the new book I'm working on.
Nice. Noise. Also, Matt Tomic, we don't talk about that. Also, you only beat us by a touchdown. All right. It's not an easy win. Viridian Winter with 1,500 bits. Killing the boss isn't a problem as long as there's only one of them. We'll see.
Do you guys care if I post the picture into the chat?
No, go for it.
How could you?
Hold on. We got Misubil with 500 bits. We've got Cosmosis 45 with 200 bits. If Remy took a few levels in Monk, he'd be able to literally do a Falcon Punch. I can still punch people. I can still do a literal Falcon Punch. We'll see.
Yeah, but you'll suck at it.
You know what? I'll fist fight you.
Try me.
Fine.
No swords. Let's go.
No swords. Except I'm going to roll my sword for damage because that's the way I want to do it. Because unarmed combat is really dumb.
You get no sword. It's fine.
But I'm going to roll the damage for the sword.
No,
I punch like a sword.
That's not how that works.
No, I punch like a sword. 1,000 bits from Mystic Malamute. Finished binging this yesterday. So glad finally able to catch it live. Now take my bits for making the last few months bearable. Loneheart with a tier 1 subscription. My last DHD order. In the comment box I put from your number one Sims, The Unexpectables. Oh no. I wonder if
returned.
Seika will ever punch Remy. No, but Mark might punch me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Has anyone called him Sega yet?
I did
Yes,
earlier
multiple-
today.
Constantly. I just
Everyone in
proved
the
with 100
chat does
bits.
it.
Is Connor going to become the Sam Riegel of the Unexpectables with ad reads? No, I think we're all going to share in that. We'll find ways. But
Did you
Connor did
say Die Hard Dice?
Die Hard. Why, I did in fact say Die Hard Dice. Come on, Bosco, no flips, just fists.
Yeah, they're super nice
Well, we
too.
do go hard all
Diana's-
day and all night.
Diana's really nice too. I love Diana. She's really nice.
Yep. Mexican Skydiver with 100 bits. Thanks for the fun and entertainment during work, but sadly no time for a campaign of my own. Keep it up, guys. Well, that's what we're here for. You can play along at home.
For those playing the home game of The Unexpectables,
For
please
those
roll your
playing-
initiative now.
Please pull out your bingo cards. If you had Remy goes last, please check it off.
If you have
Honestly, I would here. Hey, so idea for you guys. If anybody wants to start making bingo cards for the Unexpectables, I'm down for that. Because somebody did it for my wrestling show, and I freaking love it.
Oh yeah,
There's-
it's fun. It's fun.
It's great.
Yeah, there's a website
Sword-
that actually just makes them.
Take
It's
a shot
true.
every time Gaijin says, "Ooh, then that 20 on the other side."
Every
Hey,
time
I
that
haven't done
Connor
that.
gets skipped before his bonus action.
I appreciate that, Gaijin. I like that you call that out because people on the podcast don't see it, and you call it out
Yeah,
every time. And I like
jerks. Oh,
What now?
the 20 on the other side because podcast people can't see it.
And for my reaction,
But there are some times where I just don't want them to know how close I was.
Yeah. No, Bosco was about to say exactly what I was going to say. Exactly, Bosco.
Sword Cooper with 300 bits. You know, if Remy learned Green Flame Blade and cast it by punching, he could literally do a Falcon Punch. I almost took Green Flame Blade, except for the fact that it sucks, so I didn't.
Didn't they restructure
Shots
it?
fired.
I think
no,
they-
that is a terrible.
they are-
But listen, if
they
you
are-
can get Booming Blade, get Booming Blade. It'll serve you
In-
better.
Well, in Tasha's actually, they're reworking the spell, so we don't know what they changed about it. But
you know,
it is,
you know what spell needs a rework? True
Sleep.
Strike.
Sleep.
Because
Yeah.
it's garbage.
True Strike definitely needs a rework.
Sleep
I'm
does.
glad.
True
I
Strike
am
does.
glad sleep is shit, though. I'm really glad sleep is shit because there's so many people who are like,
Sleep
I
is
can't
strong.
sleep and then I coup de grace people, and it's like that's dumb. That's so lame.
Well, there's no coup de grace anymore, is there?
There's no
There's
coup de
no-
grace in this game.
Yeah,
but,
it's
like,
out of there.
Still, it's annoying. Like back when I played Pathfinder,
But
everybody.
if sleep
used to
only
wanna do
affects
that
one
shit.
target and you throw a bunch of people at them, there's nothing they can do.
if you're
we all
fighting
back?
kobolds, it's excellent.
Or just
think
find a
so.
creature with enough HD that it can't go to sleep.
Well, that's the problem. Is in
Or be an elf.
in 5e, you by the time you're like level 2 or 3, sleep is useless.
yes, sleep, the bane of the early level goblin.
Basically.
I think we're
All right.
back.
Everybody back? Kurt,
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
by the way, Monty.
Connor, Bosco,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Gaijin, Mark,
Yeah.
Kurt.
I exist.
I just gotta
Kurt?
crack my
Yeah,
drink
nope.
here real
Mon-
quick.
Monty, real quick before we start,
Mhm.
I just want you to know this because you will appreciate this. I got Fletch in an anime.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, is that what that was? Okay.
What?
I thought you would appreciate that.
You mentioned you were using the voice in like auditions and stuff, and you were
Oh,
just like,
gotcha.
I, can't tell
I
you
finally
what,
got it
but,
in
like,
something, and I'm very excited.
You'll have to send me a clip then. Anyway,
I will.
combat begins. You guys watch as bursting from the ice on either side burst two Goliath guards, again with the same bone long swords.
they're
Shit, here we
they're
go
both
again.
they're both in range of my detect magic. So would they not get surprise rounds?
When they show up, this is why it's even. They don't get surprise rounds. When they
Gotcha.
show up, the moment that Remy turned that thing and failed, they just popped out of the ground, and you were like, "Get ready!" And everyone got into fighting position. So,
Gotcha.
Porky, you were up first.
Bork, here's the one right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Borky
away.
immediately flies into a regular rage
All right.
and just immediately, back beast. First swing, 16.
16 totally hits.
Boom. 10 plus 3, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. 1 second. Let me just calculate the 15 points of damage. It's going to be... All right. You swing into him.
This is an average level of rage. A second swing. We got to 13.
That hits. They're not armored.
Thank
Yep.
God. 12 plus 3, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Give me 1 second to calculate math here. It's going to bring it down to -5, which is going to bring it down to... Yeah, you slash into this thing with reckless abandon. And that is your bonus action to rage. Do you want to move? I assume you want to stay where you are.
I want to stay exactly where I am.
All right, Panic, it is now your turn. Panic?
Hi, Panic!
Connor?
Shit.
It's your turn.
Why were you muted?
I was muted because I was sitting down a bowl.
Lame.
Oh, it's good.
Sitting down a bowl of kick-ass, I hope.
Yeah, I am sitting down a
Yeah,
bowl. So
open up that can, baby.
I'd like to remind everybody that if you did not lose your temporary hit points, you still have them.
Hell yeah.
Good.
I am going to. Oh gosh.
I'm going to.
So-
Damn.
I can't see this one over here, can I? The
Nope,
one that's
there
next
is
to
a
Borky?
bone wall in your way. The only thing you hear is Borky screaming and the sound of him smashing something.
Okay. I will move myself up slightly so I'm behind Task. I still can't see him, can I?
You still can't see him, no.
Jesus. I can't see this one either, for a matter of fact.
Nope. There are walls in your way, buddy. Sorry.
In that case, I will move to where I can see either of them.
Okay.
I am going to... Ooh, gosh. I'm going to look over to this one.
The one to the south or the one to the north?
The one that Borky is facing, the one to the south.
Okay.
And I'm going to say... I'll tell you what they say to him. I say to him, hey, you. You look like the kind of guy who does his friend's math homework while he fucks your crush.
Wow, weirdly specific.
Wow.
All right,
That was well,
that's
I
a-
learned a lot about Panic today.
That's a vicious mockery right there.
I
The
feel
wisdom
slightly
saving throw?
attacked by
Wisdom
that.
saving throw.
Okay.
His dick is twice the size of yours, and he's got
That's going to be a 23 wisdom saving throw.
Damn, he succeeds. All right.
He is unfazed.
No?
Maybe
Okay.
he didn't have a girlfriend. You're not sure why. It
Maybe he doesn't know what
Wow,
math
that's
is.
rough.
He's
What
lost
is
the
homework?
ability to even.
In that case, I am going to... Shit. I don't want to waste that on this.
I don't want to waste.
I'm going to instead just use another use of my Bardic Inspiration to give inspiration to Borky.
Ow! Allows me to move. Plus
No,
8
that is-
HP.
No.
No, that is you're getting
Damn
a,
it.
a D10 to use on
Right.
your attack rolls.
Right.
I still have my D10.
Or saving throws.
Excellent.
That's it.
Alrighty, thank you so
Okay.
much, Connor.
That brings us around to Greckles. It is now your turn. You hear commotion to the south where Borky is from your position.
Is the black space to our north, is that a wall?
This thing here.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a wall.
Okay. Good to know.
It's carved. It's a carved rib bone.
So I can't see either of these enemies.
Nope.
Let's see here. 25, 35. I'm gonna do something real stupid. I'm gonna bonus action dash just so I can stay maneuverable. So I got 80 feet to work with. 35, 40. So that's half the technical movement. Just so I can kind of get an eye on the situation to see what's where.
Yeah, you can see both of them now.
All right. Seeing how successful fire's been, Greckles will clasp his talons together and call out "Guru Guru Tayo," and Flaming Sphere is gonna drop just right out of the sky and just bonk the northern dudes right in the
Alright,
head,
that's
and then just land on the
that's a-
side.
That's a 5-foot cube, correct?
There
What
you
is the-
go.
What is the?
It is a 5-foot diameter sphere.
Okay. So
It
I'm
needs to
gonna
make a
do-
dexterity saving throw.
For this, I'm gonna make it a square just for ease.
Sure, that's
okay.
fine.
And we're just gonna, bam, right there.
Wait, it's a 5-foot diameter square.
Yeah, 5 foot
it's only
diameter.
the
It's only
square
one
that the
space.
creature's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, one
Oh,
space.
okay. I should have remembered this. I had this as a wizard.
So I was
Alright,
I was essentially gonna have it bonk him and then fall to the left.
So the
Oh,
creature. I was gonna say.
Bonk.
Sphere up to. So it has to do it in 5 foot. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. Okay. So this is one of these very complicated, weirdly vaguely worded spells.
Yeah.
So at the end of its turn, ends its turn within 5 feet of it. So
As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If it rams into a creature, that creature must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage. That's what I'm doing.
You use your bonus action to dash though with your cunning action.
But I'm casting the spell itself. Okay then. Yeah, that is pretty weirdly
It
vague.
specifies it takes damage at the end of its turn.
Okay then. I'm gonna put
Which
that
is
right.
fine.
I'm actually gonna put that well. What
It
space?
is also indiscriminate. If you want to block its path,
Yeah,
you're
that's
best
what.
to just put it right here because that's the only way
Okay.
in and out of.
I
this space.
was literally about to ask what square would be the enter and exit point then.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my bad. Okay then. Yeah, I will do that, and I will take the rest of my 40 to. Yeah, for real. Look, I got a small health pool. I don't know what you want out of me. That is a
All right.
concentration spell, just by the by.
Okay,
Yeah,
you'll
up
have
to,
to
up to
roll
1 minute.
Constitution saving throws. Alrighty, it is now these creatures' turn.
No.
Immediately, Borky, the one in front of you gives you this glaring stare. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. You do have your D10 from Panic as well.
I do. I'm really happy with that. All right.
So,
Jen can shoot, and I'm gonna roll that D10.
okay.
Come on.
Ben.
7 plus. Go.
11.
Nope. You are paralyzed. You
Here we go again.
sneeze
Family
up.
Guy flop.
I'm gonna need you to stop goading while we're having these fights, Borky.
The other one seems to have its eyes set on Remy. It is going to go through your ball.
Okay.
And can it go through it? Is it a physical object?
It's a physical object.
Yeah.
Occupies a space of your choice. It's trapped in the room. It
So
can't
it
leave
says-
the room.
Yeah, that's weird. Because it says
This
you
is
can
a-
ram
this
it
is-
into a creature, but
So it is a physical object.
Yeah, it's a
I'm going to
physical ball.
argue.
In some of the flavor texts I've seen, it's like a spongy texture.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's clogging up that hole. No one can see this. You guys just see fire in the open way, and this thing is trapped, and it doesn't know what the heck is going on. So it is going to stand there like an idiot, and is going to take damage because it's trying to get through.
Does it dex?
I'm gonna say this. It's not actually a super dumb creature. It's a physical object.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna shove it. It's gonna take its multi-attack action to shove it to get out.
So does it? Well, question: Does it then give up its dex saving throw for half damage?
I'm gonna say it's touching it, so it's gonna take full damage regardless. Even though it's not ending its turn next to it, if it successfully shoves this thing, I'm gonna say, what's your spell modifier?
Good question. It's
I think it's
intelligence.
intelligence.
So it's 3.
I'm gonna say make an intelligence check versus this thing's strength check. I'm gonna make
boy.
that the
Wow.
what we're gonna do here. Your will over your spell over
Big
the will
bird
of this
brain.
creature.
14. Let's go.
Ooh.
hope it
That's a
rolls
9. So you succeed as this thing grabs on, and you guys hear this like horrible popping and sizzling sound, like someone put a fork in a microwave. Roll damage on this because it failed.
All right.
Wow.
2d6 with stick. 3 fire
baby
damage.
damage.
Okay, it takes 3 points of fire damage, and it's trapped in there.
Oh, I love you, Monty.
I mean, this is the best way I can compartmentalize this right
It's
now.
fine.
and
It's
you
a
know
vague-
what? It's smart, and I like it. All right,
Big spell.
that ends his turn. That brings us around now to Task. It is now your turn.
I can see the dude that's attacking Borky, yes?
Yes, you can.
I do have line of sight. Excellent. I'm gonna fucking shoot him!
Go ahead.
Actually, no. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shoot shit. You Hunter's Mark.
have been marked.
Let's fucking take a shot then. Chapow.
Oh yeah.
25.
Oh yeah. You pull back and like a wolf fang arrow comes out and you just launch it and it just strikes into the center chest cavity of this creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just through gritted teeth.
Oh man, that's
All right,
really
so
cool.
That plus Hunter's Mark and Colossus Slayer. Oh, god damn it.
Lord.
Damn it.
That fucking blows. Oh, but it's okay though, because Hunter's
One and
Mark
a
gets to
two.
go again. So
Second shot.
8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 on that shot. But it's okay. Hunter's Mark gets procced every go. So here we go. 17.
Hey.
That hits.
All right, so that plus 7 plus. God damn it!
Another
Why are
one.
you tempting the fates, Zito?
When
I
you
didn't-
try your best, but you don't succeed.
I didn't say
20. It is not Saturday.
dude, it's fine. It's on the damage numbers. It's not on anything like spectacularly important.
Yeah. You still hit him, and you hit him hard, and it hurts him. You guys messed this guy up very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually a huge moron. How much damage did you just do?
So
Total?
that was
11,
8, 9,
sorry,
10, 11, 12, 11, 18, 19.
So that's gonna be plus. Okay, so that's gonna be. I was actually calculating on the wrong health pool. Oopsie.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's I did
Alright.
19 damage to this dude.
You still hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
All right. That ends your turn.
That is turn.
Seika, you see a fireball to the right to you and friends to the left, and here you are right in the middle of the material plane.
It's fun.
Okay.
That was a reference.
I was not expecting this to go musical, but cool.
I cut off his
can
ear
I
with a
see
razor
that-
blade.
Can I see that Borky was paralyzed?
You see him tensed up, but you don't know exactly what's going on because, combat happens very quickly. Also, you can go through units who are your allies, so if you want to
Right.
go around,
And
Borky,
that
you
square
absolutely
is
can.
occupiable.
This square right here? Yeah,
Yeah.
totally is. The thing you see straight draped above are like these kind of tent like drapes above. So
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna move in here.
okay.
Yeah, I have enough speed for that. Okay. Cool. And I'm going to punch it.
Okay.
I actually did have to think about it that time. 18
That hits.
for 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. You swing around and you punch him.
And second attack.
Okay. That hits.
19. And I do 6 more damage.
Another 6 points of damage. Very nice.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe as a bonus action, I can do another unarmed strike.
Yeah,
Correct.
you can. Offhand, yeah, on our
Okay, so I will do that. Punch a third time.
That's all you got. You're a monk.
23.
That hits.
For 8 damage. There we go.
There we go.
So a total of
boy.
20 damage.
boom, 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 boom.
I'm-
You just
I'm-
punch
yep.
into this thing.
I'm
Each
keeping
time
on
you
eating
hit it, there's a hissing sizzle, and the pain is hard. But you've trained hard, and this sort of like physical strain on you is not something unfamiliar to you. It's just a different type of strain. Does that end your turn?
I believe it will, because that's my move, action, bonus.
And
So,
bonus
yeah.
action, yeah. Remy, it is now your turn.
This is very important. This square right here that I'm pinging next to the flame is not traversable, correct?
It is not traversable. To get into
Okay.
that room, you have to go boom, boom.
Got it. That makes me happy because then I can do this over here. Gonna get behind you. And as I'm moving, I'll say, Tusk, let me know if that thing breaks free. And as I'm running, I'll point at the flame wall. Because I
Okay.
heard it scream as it got burned, so I know something's back there.
It didn't really emit, but you heard hissing and popping that sounded like a mic, a fork in the microwave.
Oh,
We're so
fair enough.
fortunate.
So I'm a booming blade this motherfucker. Booming
All
blade.
right.
Let's go. 14.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, boy. Wait, do we get flanking or is this just at a weird angle?
No, you guys aren't.
Okay.
It's not a murder sandwich, unfortunately.
That's 5 plus.
He just can't go anywhere.
5 plus
he's
4 is
stuck there.
9.
Nice.
And I'm gonna hit him again. It's an 18.
That hits. That hits.
It's gonna be 6.
Additional 6. Holy crap, you guys.
Let's go.
Murder party.
That ends your turn.
It sure does.
All right, you swing twice, slashing into this thing, and it just kind of puts its back up against the bone wall and just kind of like stares at you. But it's eyeballing Borky right now. That ends Remy's turn. Back at the top of the turn order, Borky, you are still paralyzed.
All right.
Yep. All right, that brings us around to Panic's turn.
So this cave over here, it's all ice on the floor and the ceiling, right?
The ceiling, you're not sure because the ceiling goes up really, really far. The top of this particular room, like you see the smoke rising up, is like a leather sort of tent top. The surrounding area is bone. It is not ice. The blackened areas are bone. It's not ice.
Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't cause too much structural damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
great
I
way
was
to
thinking
start.
the same thing, Connor. I think I was thinking the same thing, but I was like,
Boy.
I don't want to do this again.
I hope this doesn't cave in on us. Oh well.
I'm a little low on options here, so I can see him and pass the room, right?
You know what? Fine. Sure. Yeah, you can see him. You can see
Hooray.
a silhouette.
Is he taller than 5 feet?
Yes. So yeah,
Because
you
the
see
sphere
him.
is only 5 feet in diameter. So
Okay.
In that
Then
case,
you would definitely see him. He's about 7 feet tall. So yes.
so if the roof is high and he's in sort of his own little closed off cavern, then this shouldn't do too much to the rest of the structure. I'm gonna shatter him.
Yeah, I was.
God. Oh, this is gonna go great.
No, I thought about it. Then I was like, remember that time I started an avalanche? I'm not going to be the one to do this.
Ooh.
one's
Is that
on
a
you.
ray
right?
or a point?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a 10. I'm rolling like ass. Did Die
He
Hard
fails.
betrayed me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ray
thank Die Hard
or-
Dice. When your DM can't hit you, Die Hard Dice.
I'm
It's-
legitimately asking because I don't know. Is that a ray or a ranged magic attack?
It is a
Oh,
point
area.
which I
yes!
choose. It's not
It's
a
point when you
ray.
choose- Okay,
it's-
gotcha.
yeah.
It
It just explodes. It just explodes out from where I decide,
Gotcha.
and that's
That hurt.
14 thunder damage.
That hurt it a lot. It really hurt it. You guys hear a raucous blast, and we're gonna find out what happens later on.
Ba-boom.
Do you use your guitar to do that?
Yeah,
Is it just a power chord?
I go,
love
and then just explosions erupt from the other room.
Panic turns the volume and gain on his guitar to 11.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I am then going to. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Bonus action. I will do nothing. I won't do anything with my bonus action. Gotta
Okay.
be mindful of my shit.
Greckles, it is now your turn.
Hey, Monty, you ready for some silliness?
Sure. I
All
can't
right.
wait.
Oh boy.
So Greckles is gonna Greckles is gonna go out and try to grab Borky and pull him out of the threat space.
Okay. You can't really do that.
Okay.
I think it would
unfortunately.
also provoke if you did.
It's gonna
No.
provoke you regardless.
I think it's only if you move out of the square voluntarily.
He would be moving Borky out of the square.
He's moving Borky out of the square. It would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Would that be
Even
on
if Borky's
Borky or
not
would that
moving
be on me?
voluntarily?
That's gonna be on Borky because Borky's leaving combat threat
Okay,
space,
and
it's
that's-
not
and-
disengaging. So
And that would be an auto crit if it would be an auto crit, so that's probably a bad idea.
if he
then.
hits. So yeah.
No, I don't want to
He's
risk
winning with
that.
advantage.
All right. Monty, quick question. Because what was the rule in terms of sneak attack damage when it came to range? And there was an
long
ally
as
within
there's-
5 foot.
As long as they're an ally within 5 feet of them, then it procs sneak attack. Yes.
So let's say 10,
Your flaming
20.
spear will not be an ally. It doesn't count.
No.
Spell effects do not count.
Oh, I know,
Just
I
to
know.
specify. I figured.
Yeah.
Just to
No.
specify.
So, my move action will be to come here. And then you know what? Let's just go. Let's throw Todd at him.
All right.
All right, Todd. It's still magical damage if that matters. So
Fuck you, Nick. Go ahead.
go get him, Todd.
That
16?
hits. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll damage and sneak attack.
So that is 9 plus. 9 plus 14, so 23 points of damage.
Nice.
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
He is not looking good. This is
Todd's
the
a good
first
boy.
round of combat. He's not looking great.
And Monty, with my bonus action, I want to move the spear 5 feet back and then crash into him, landing still in the same spot.
Okay, he has to make a dexterity saving throw. for
Yep,
that,
it'd be a
right?
dex save.
Okay.
Why am I
Just-
still holding this?
terrible. I am.
It's
This
it's a
thing's
DC
bullshit.
50.
It's going away.
Let's
it's a
go,
fail.
Die Hard guys!
Okay. All right, so the guy up north takes 7 points of fire damage,
All right.
and
7
that is
points of
turn.
fire damage.
7
All right.
points of fire damage.
See, Monty, you made a mistake in naming that guy Sisyphus.
What?
Okay, I got it.
I got it, Mark. Don't worry.
I got it, Mark. That was a bit of a pull, but I got it.
It is an ancient pull.
All right. That ends your turn, Greckles.
Yep, I'm good.
It is now the undead Goliath's turn. Borky, it is going to swing at you.
Ugh. Man, two of us just attacked this thing.
Oh, beans.
Borky, why are you wearing the Attack Me cologne by Calvin Klein?
Oh wow! Oh my God! A natural 1 and a 16. Does a 16 hit you?
It does just barely.
Oh,
Damn it.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
man.
I saw the natural 1. And if I look at the other dice and it's a natural 1, I'm gonna lose my mind. This is double. This
Oh,
is
because
gonna
it
be
had
double.
advantage. Damn.
Yeah, this is it's well, he gets crit because he can't.
He gets crit.
Yeah, no, well, because he had advantage
I'm not-
to attack, which means he basically auto crit.
Is my rage deactivated in this stage?
No, you are still have your rage up. Luckily.
Still
Thank
angry.
God.
You're still getting
So-
nerf damage.
It's
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
But it's still a crit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I
You're
gotta
taking
math
half
this real
of
fast.
this.
It's all right. Hopefully, she'll continue to roll bad.
20 plus. Oh my God, this is gonna hurt really badly.
Yeah, let's hear
That's
let's
gonna
hear
be
the damage.
47 points of slashing damage.
Oh!
God!
Cut
that
in
in
half.
half.
Cut in half to 23.
Still, dude.
So
that's like
it's-
a quarter of your health.
It hurts,
Son of a
Um,
bitch.
but the paralysis wears off, and because you're immune to fear effects when you're out of your the paralysis wears off, there's no additional effects. You just take a really solid slash to the chest.
Oh, okay.
Again, this poor guy.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
And he's not limber.
Are we?
He's gonna roll another intelligence check again for me, Greckles. I'm gonna roll.
Let's go.
Come on. Oh, hang in there.
Oh.
That
Hey,
next one on the other side.
that's 20 on the other side.
I rolled
Take
a
a shot.
natural 1.
Let's go!
Die Hard dice. Woo!
I'm
eats
gonna roll
it.
severity.
Come on,
Motherfucker,
baby.
why?
Let's
17
go!
Roll damage for your fireball.
All right, so he takes 6 points of fire
Oh
damage.
my God, dude.
Die Hard dice. Let's go.
Let's go, Die Hard dice!
Okay.
It's a red hot.
This cave is on fire!
So you hear more sizzling and popping as this guy reaches into the fireball and he goes to shove, but his arms just fall off.
Oh.
Should have had more milk.
All right,
needs to
that
milk.
ends the enemy's turn. Task, it is now your turn.
Question, did anything happen with chatter on the enemy's turn, or does it have to come all the way back around?
Oh, yeah, you hear a rumbling around you. I'm gonna say everyone roll perception checks for me.
Oh boy.
boy.
Don't like that.
12.
Penis and 8.
19.
6.
Here I go.
17 for
19.
Okay, that's a very good roll. Seika and Panic especially because you're detect magic. Notably, as you hear the rumbling around you, you notice that up above you hear kind of creaking and waning above you, as the structural integrity of this location holds. But notably, you hear a very loud thundering noise, and you notice as the airflow, at least the movement of the air in here, comes to a halt through the door. It seems as if the entrance has probably been plugged from where you guys entered.
Great.
Well,
No turning back, no turning back.
There's
So,
no turning back for us now.
It's now your turn.
All right, well, second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna shoot this fucker in the ass.
Okay. That hits.
Soft 20 on both sides.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, 9
piercing.
plus 6.
All right, you let off the shot and his head just shatters. You guys messed the. Yeah, he's dead. He's
He
gone.
actually stays dead though.
oh no!
Okay, so now I pass Hunter's Mark onto the doofus on the other side.
This poor guy. Okay.
You,
All
you
bully.
keep calling them poor. They're already dead. They can't get much poorer.
Oh, that means I have line of sight.
They're keeping poor company.
Hey.
Neat. I'm gonna shoot this guy, and he gets Colossus Slayer because he's a new target.
He is, yeah.
Here I go doing it again. 16.
Here I go again on my own.
All right, so 10
Oh.
plus 2 plus, so 12, 14.
Four, okay. Yeah, you shoot him, and it's worse because you shoot him and your arrow catches fire as it goes through the fire, and he becomes more on fire, and he just has this look of him just like if he could emote, even though his face is frozen, it's just like, come on, like come
really,
on.
man?
You should have stayed down. You didn't know who he was fucking with.
Freaking
Alright.
Grekel's trolling tonight.
Does that end your turn?
Wait, I
Bonus
did
action
move, so
Hunter's
yes.
Mark. All right, that brings us
Yeah.
around to Seika. It is now your turn.
Seika.
By the way, you guys can all see this guy. He's literally has like a baby gate of fire that is keeping him in gay baby jail. That is the only thing. And the only reason he can't jump is because he's partially frozen and doesn't know how to.
Oh, I love tonight.
I want you to know this plays out exactly like something from World War Z, and it's funny.
It's sure. Anyway, what are you doing, Seika?
Seika's gonna move up to the other side of the spongy fire, look at the spongy fire, go, I probably don't want to touch the spongy fire, and I'm gonna use my Radiant Sunbolt feature to attack him from a distance. So essentially, I'm gonna punch him.
Here.
Wow!
Touch this light.
That's a 19
That hits.
for 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. Yeah, you
Second
can
attack.
punch
Fire
it.
grows. The spongy fire grows a fist and punches him.
Very nice.
Monty, I'm
Second
so
attack is an
sorry.
18.
No, this is fine.
This is fun.
This
We
is
need,
fun.
honestly, we needed this with how much we fought already.
4 more damage.
God. Oh my god. You guys.
And-
All right.
Offhand attack.
Oh my god. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, baby.
He found
That's
an
a
animal.
24
That hits.
for 4 more damage. Total of
16
16
damage.
damage. Now, it is
Lord.
radiant.
Question.
Just FYI.
I know it doesn't seem to do any more damage than normal damage would.
Right.
It's already been clarified by the sword that Greckles has on himself. So, do you want to move back because you are within the flaming sphere range? It is indiscriminate. It does hit allies. So
It do
you are within
burn.
5 feet of
I
it.
did not use all of my movement, so I can finish movement, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. You can move out of the way before you. enter.
Everybody got spring attack.
Sweet.
It got the big burn.
All right, Remy, it's now your turn.
Remy is going to take 1 step, and then 2 steps, and walk up next to Panic, who's got his guitar out.
Hi.
He's going to turn his head. He's going to look at the creature. Panic,
Yes.
could you give me a C minor?
Ding.
And then Remy is going to call out. On that note, hang on, where is it? Da-da-da-dum. It's Conletum! Shatter.
Okay.
Okay.
Doing it too.
Okay.
Oh my God! Are you serious.
Let's go!
Yeah!
So that's gonna be
It's a
14
2. It's
points
not
of
a 1, but it's a 2.
thunder damage.
Die hard
14.
I
dice.
want to point out, Roll20 is trying to F us,
Thanks,
but
Die
Die
Hard
Hard Dice has our back.
Die hard
So-
dice.
So the name of this episode has to be has to be
Die Hard Dice.
Yeah.
It has to be Die Hard, dude.
Yeah.
Goliath's Die Hard.
No, just Die Hard. There's like so many
Die Hard.
implications of that.
All right. Roll your damage. Oh, it's 14. Okay.
14.
No, Die Hard Die.
Die Hard with a sponsor.
Die Hard Ice.
I did roll my damage, and I hope it kills him.
Wow.
He's not dead. He's still alive.
Fucking.
Let's just hope you didn't cause another cave-in somewhere.
There's a rumble above again.
Great. Good
All
job.
right.
This was that. Jesus Christ.
You sound so
Remy, is that-
dismissive.
Remy, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay.
Monty, you sound like me when I lose a game of cards. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right?
I hope you're having fun, Monty.
This poor guy is like behind like a child's gate, reaching to hurt you, and you
Go
guys
him,
are
he
just
wants
like,
to kill us.
You all have rocks, and you're just throwing rocks at this guy.
Monty,
All right.
Monty, it's like watching a ferret try to get out of its confinement.
Yeah, exactly. Borky, it is now your turn.
Oh, is it now? Borky's like, all right, what's going on? No, out of me way, lads. All right. Free action, can I ask them if it's okay to run at the guy and attack him?
You can't occupy the space that the flaming sphere is in. It is a physical object. We have determined that.
Well, free action. What do I do then? Do we push it? Do you want me to go push him into the fire or what?
I mean, you could jump over
Wait,
it.
hold
I
on.
don't-
That's a great idea. Hold on. I just thought of it. Okay.
Oh,
Does anyone have any
no.
rope? Does anyone have any rope?
Yep, we got it.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I completely. Borky's just pointing at his short bow. This electricity. I just got so many weapons. I forget sometimes. I really. Fuck you. It pulls back and opens fire.
All right.
Oh, it's like one of those like doy.
There's like a
all right,
twanging noise. Go ahead and just roll your short bow.
I don't have it. It's not on my weapon sheet.
I thought you had a
What?
short bow.
I know it's gone. It's gone from.
I
my
thought it was a
weapon sheet.
compound bow.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a-
gone.
Kurt, how does your sheet always get
Oh.
ruined?
Dude, I don't know.
All right, I'll just add it. Don't
Try
worry.
a
Calm down,
refresh?
everybody.
Oh,
Also,
No,
wasn't it
everyone in the chat, everyone in the text chat, panic. Pure panic. Anarchy.
Wait, right here.
What kind of long was it? A short bow or a long bow?
It was a short bow.
It's a
Short bow.
short bow. So go
Oh, okay.
ahead, roll a whatever. Roll a d20 plus 8. Roll a d20 plus 8.
D20 plus 8, and more than happy to. I'm
20
going to attack twice. Can I just roll 2?
Yeah, roll it twice. I'll tell you what to roll here.
And that
It's not
is a 4 and a 7.
No.
Oh.
You rolled d20. You roll
Oh.
roll one
Oh,
d20
fuck.
plus 8. Yeah.
Sorry.
Roll one d20 plus 8.
19.
Okay, that's it.
the same
So
number.
Oh my
one-
god!
Roll 1d6 plus 4 for me.
1d6 plus 4, eh?
Yeah.
4A.
Oh,
You're in
wait,
the 4A.
I almost typed in the wrong equation. 6.
All right. 6 points of damage. All right, now roll the d20 again with the plus 8.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna roll.
That hits.
17.
Go ahead and roll the damage, the 1d6 plus 4 again.
Oh yeah. 1d6 plus 4. 6 damage.
6 points of damage.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Okay.
Pew pew pew. Shoots little lightning.
He's got like 7 arrows in him right now. He's on fire. His arms are gone.
Oh wait. This wait, hold on. My range was stacking. That's 6 extra damage.
No, I think that's only on melee, and I think.
Damn
I don't
you!
think-
But can I pull the strings of the bow a
No,
little bit angrier?
I think I'm already giving
Is
you
that-
more bonus than you need.
Is that
so
really
that-
how it works? It's only melee attacks?
I think it's only melee attacks. It makes no sense.
Hang on a minute.
If it's not that, then it's strength oriented attacks.
Yeah. If you had a compound bow,
When you make a melee weapon attack, yeah.
Okay.
Melee,
maybe.
okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
if you had
so-
thrown the bow at him.
Yeah, if you throw the bow and the arrow at him.
Berkey, does it end your turn?
That's 2 attacks. So that ends my turn.
Panic, it is now your turn.
All right. Panic rolls up his sleeve.
Okay.
He walks over. Ahem. You were harmless before, and now you're armless. Vicious mockery.
Nice.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom
16.
save.
Before
He
you
fails.
will be gone.
Okay, he
If-
takes
So
a
now you will be gone.
He's gonna take
Yeah.
5 psychic damage.
Yeah.
You see a single. You're not sure if it's a tear or if it's the heat of the flaming sphere causing his face to melt a little bit, but he seems to be crying.
Oh my god. You're not gonna make me feel bad about this freaking undead Goliath, Monty.
Anyway,
I'm gonna fall back, and I'm going to cast Healing Word at 3rd level on Porky.
Thank you.
I love that we're taking turns to go to the gate and throw rocks.
Basically, it's like, let me walk up there and go.
Step
Let me
right
get-
up, step right up. Attack the
Wow.
remnant.
That's gonna be 8
Thank
points
you.
of healing.
Thank you very much.
Roll up, chuck a rock at the
Got me up to the
revenant.
year I was born now. Excellent.
Woo!
Everybody come
This is
around
this
to
is a
laugh
dunk
at me.
machine.
Oh my god, we're
Just-
shooting the basketballs
Just
at the
give up
machine.
already. Just give up.
he's still fighting. He's got the
That's
drive.
my turn.
No
All
mercy.
right, Freckles,
Sweet
it's now your
bullock.
turn.
Throw Nick at him because I'm out of ideas.
All right, go ahead and throw Nick at him.
Any harder than it has to be.
That hits. Go and roll damage.
Come on, yeah.
Sneak attack.
No, there's nothing to
Go
flank.
No, there's nobody there.
There's no one.
Want to offhand attack him? Do you want to ram your ball into him? What do you want to do?
No, I want to. Let's run the bullets. Roll a death save if you want.
He has like 7 arrows in him.
This is
He's
like
crying.
if,
He
this
has
is like if the
blood.
giant boulder in Indiana Jones was being
I would
pushed
do
by
more
someone and
Monty.
you just push it back. the
Monty,
other way.
I would do more damage doing this than I would with another thrown dagger. I'm trying to end it quickly. Good. He
Well-
takes 5 more fire damage.
Earlier at break, I saw a comment
God.
that wanted to call this episode "Die Hard Ice," and I feel like
I said that earlier.
Yeah.
This is literally like fucking Lisa hitting herself in the face with the fucking dodgeball.
All right, I'm gonna move
Great.
over here.
Just go down.
It is the Goliath's turn.
All
Oh, here we
let me
go.
roll the end.
Come on, buddy. Just
Wait.
Come on, buddy.
Just-
Sorry, did you skip me?
No.
No, you come
You're
after the Goliath, don't you?
You're after
Oh,
task,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
After
money
task,
19.
yeah.
Oh, come on, please.
if he's using an attack,
Sigh.
if he's using an attack for this, doesn't it
Not-
technically have
He's
disadvantage?
not using an attack for this. He has no.
Push it
armor.
with its
He's not
face.
doing it. He's gonna walk over to the hole where he came out of. He's gonna go back into it, grab the slob of ice with his teeth, and just pull it over himself. And we're gonna end combat there.
Fair enough.
He just tucks himself in and goes to bed.
All right, good night, buddy.
Hey, Monty. Monty,
Hi.
remember that thing I complained about earlier? I retract that statement.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
Greco,
I
guys,
should've
did this
thought of
roll
that.
you?
I'm gonna think of my maps a little better next time. Maybe having 5-foot door spaces isn't the smartest decision anymore.
I mean,
Look, you can't
Anyway.
punish us for being smart.
All
yeah,
right.
you did this.
Well, that'll stop him.
All right, the fire dissipates, Monty.
When do the credits come up for this episode? I'm just curious. What do you think they're Do we thank
Kaiju,
Vito's
don't
parents
don't-
for having sex and making him? Like,
Kaiju, don't get rid of that because we still have to turn the fucking thing one more time. We
It
might have
only
to do
lasts a
again.
minute. It only lasts a minute, and it's a level 2 slot.
All right.
all right, let me look at it.
All right,
Let's do this.
put it in
Let's
the
do
middle
this
of
right
the
this
turn and
time.
pray.
Let's
So
do
just-
this right this time.
So
Yeah.
to describe what happened when you put it in and you twisted it, it did not seem to work, and that seemed to have triggered the guards somehow.
Got
You get
it.
the sense that if you were to fail at this more and more times, more and more guards will arrive.
Hey, Remy.
Got it.
So let's do this right this
we
time.
know for a fact that this is going to fit into one of these 3 things, right?
So you have 2 little figures, and there's 3 slots. Is the first thing that you notice.
We tried the left one, right?
I was going to say, so
Yeah.
the left one we know is not the one that I used.
You put the one with the metal helmet, the sword, and the shield, and the cape. You put that one in the left one, and that did not work. There are your hints again. To the left,
What
the
are you?
stand.
What's the other figure?
The other figurine you can't tell because it was burnt to shit, but it is one of these figurines.
Great. It was charred.
So let's try to
after
figure this one
combat.
out.
Real quick, just in game after combat, Seika's gonna look back towards the direction that we came from. I believe our entrance may be blocked.
Whoops.
We also need to find the third figure. It's obvious that there's
Yeah.
another one around here. So maybe we should do that first.
Maybe it's in one of the bedrooms around here.
Right.
All right.
All right, I'll sneak around.
Okay, everybody, for the sake of brevity, everybody roll investigation checks for me.
Okay.
I'm good at those.
I'm not 20.
17.
Soft.
16 from Seika.
How did you, Remy? How?
Any second now.
It's okay, guys.
To anyone?
Guys, it's
Can-
okay. I completely got everything you said. I go to pick up both the other swords.
Nice. Yeah, add 2 more. Actually, you only get 1 because the other. Well, actually, no, his arms fell off. Yeah, you have 2. Remy and Panic, you guys find the last figurine very ominously over here. There is an arm sticking out of the ice, clutching onto it firmly.
Firmly grasping.
I cast mage hand.
Okay, you cast your mage hand.
This hand is like frozen solid, right?
Yeah, it's gripping this thing too.
Break it off.
I'm going to use some of that hempen rope that we got, and I'm going to tie it into a knot, and I'm going to have the mage hand tie it over to the figurine.
Okay.
And then
You do so.
tie the knot. I'm going to have the mage hand bring the other part of the rope back to me, and I'm just gonna.
Roll a strength. Roll just a general athletics check for me.
Can I aid
Athletics.
him by pulling with him?
Sure.
Cool. So you'll have advantage.
Oh boy! I get
Just
to
gonna
add
rip his
my
arm
strength
off.
bonus. That's a 10.
Great.
Imagine if you will, Panic has the rope and he's like, I got this. And he takes 1 step to plant himself and immediately slips on the ice and bashes his head on the back of
What?
Oh.
That's a 10! I didn't fucking lose that hard, did I?
Take damage!
Your ass is just bruised.
Guys,
Remy
just let Monty have it.
Remy will put out his hand to help Panic up.
Ow. I'll take it and I'll get back to my feet.
I'm waiting for
Alright.
the Tarask.
All right, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to heat up the rope
Okay.
and wait for his fingers to thaw, motherfucker.
It's a solid like block of ice, which is what his fist is now.
Oh, his fist
So-
is a block of ice. I thought he was just grabbing
Yeah. He's like holding it's in the palm of his hand and his fingers are frozen over top of it. Like he's clenching this thing. You have
Is
the
it a
rope on
Goliath?
his wrist. It is a Goliath, yeah.
Do you want my help, guys?
I was just gonna ask if you wanted Remy to do it. If you wanted to help Remy pull.
the. Sure, I'll help.
Cool.
I'll help one of the stronger guys do it.
I'll get.
All
I
right,
can't
go.
wait for this to
for
be a couple of
indiscreet
things.
pulling and pushing. I see.
Mage hand, get in here too. You're helping as well. With your
Yeah,
10
get in here,
pounds.
Mage Hand.
Ah, the stranger.
Mage hand gives you a thumbs up. All right.
Let's
That's
see
gonna be
what
a
10
9.
Oh my god.
What?
Are you kidding me?
To fluff, guys?
Remy
God damn
slipped.
you guys, just let me
Drive-
do it.
Gorky, go ahead and roll.
This
a
is
strength- athletics check
insane.
as well.
I'm gonna roll athletics.
Oh, please
Yeah,
fail.
athletics.
All right,
Be
guys,
so
just
No,
you
don't.
start hard. You go in there. You reach your little hands in here, right?
Your baby fingers.
We don't need a tutorial.
I
Just
hope
do
you
it.
roll
And
a
then
1.
you grab it.
I
Like,
really
I hope you roll a 1.
25.
Damn it.
You
I wanted to like grab it.
you wrench the rope and the wrist snaps off of the forearm and skids across the ground like a hockey puck, but the fingers are still gripped around the figure. And you cannot see what the figure is, and it is definitely not usable in this state.
Okay.
I might have an idea.
Yeah.
If I may. Money, would the sun could I essentially lightsaber the fingers off
The
of
sunblade does not emanate heat; it is
Okay.
radiant damage. It does
Okay,
not
that's what I was
emanate any
that's what I was
Yeah.
asking.
If only
Okay,
we
we
had
never
a fire.
mind.
If only we had
Okay.
a fire elemental who could just hold on to it until it melts.
We have a couple. We have a couple of wine.
That is.
We have a couple of
racist?
wineskins.
No, I don't think it's racist. I think it's
We
accurate.
have a couple of water skins from the dwarf that we got, right? And they're all full of ice.
Yes,
It's frozen. Yeah.
I'm just gonna press the digitation to heat up the ice inside of there and turn it back into regular water, and then I'm going to
Okay.
continue heating it until it is hot water, and then I'm going to
Can-
pour it over the statue.
You know what? Fine,
I-
we'll do
can I-
that.
Okay, all right.
You
Real world
pour-
physics that would
Just-
shatter the statue.
Just so we don't scorch it either.
I don't
Does
think
anybody have
Prestidigitation
salt?
can boil water unless it says it can.
I can chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic feet of non-living material. I mean, I could just do it to the statue too.
Yeah, you can do it now to just the hand. I'll say that works. And eventually the fingers kind of sizzle and pop, and the figurine comes free. The figurine appears to be of a very, very large tusked orc.
Okay, so this is pretty obvious. It's an orc. Shit, I opened up a program I shouldn't have.
Sink their teeth into battle, maybe?
Whose blood of stone, no. Who endures all things and no things. Who surrenders to no steel crowns and items of insignificance.
Surrenders to steel crowns is important.
Oh, the one who surrenders to steel crowns and items of insignificance.
This one is the one that defies the long sleep to continue to sink their teeth into battle.
Yes, I'm going to assume this is the teeth.
Yeah.
Be like
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big
Die Hard
teeth.
Rage.
I was taking
Like,
it
I hate to
literally.
be that guy, but Borky, come on, teeth.
I was
Yeah.
I was taking it literally, like it was an Asimar or something,
No, you good,
Or-
fam.
or like a tiefling or something.
Oh, it was Odin.
Ah, yes, Odin.
Who's Odin?
Well, he has not taken the long sleep, so
He has not taken the long sleep.
So we're thinking the orc statue is the left.
Yeah,
the one-
I guess
Can
here
we
we
go
go.
over it? Can we go over it one more time?
So the left is the stand for one that defies the long sleep to continue to sink their teeth into battle, whose eyes command fire and conquest. Sounds like an orc to me. I saw you with Athtar sort of do something that sounded like that.
Appreciate it. Was it
Yeah.
the way the sun hit me head?
So, yep, definitely. So the orc statue is probably on the left. Middle is the stand for one that endures all things and no things, the one who surrenders to steel crowns and items of insignificance.
Is there not a statue of a knight?
I have
Well,
that
there-
one here.
There is a statue with a steel crown, so obviously that can't be that one.
It's a helmet. They're wearing a helmet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a helmet,
yeah.
cape, sword.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's like a crown, right?
Roll it. Everyone
like-
roll a
I-
history check for me.
Oh, she's
Oh, boy. Here comes the sympathy.
That's a 5.
It's a 10.
natural 20.
Thank God
What
for
the
Panic.
What the fuck are you?
Thank you,
human
Panic.
people talking about?
Panic, as you kind of look at this little figurine that Task had procured, notably, looking at it, the features of it are very human-like.
This is a human.
Interesting.
It's human. See, you got sort of the distinct blandness of humanity.
That would have.
Question, Monty, do either of the statues that aren't burnt have any kinds of, like, religious symbols on them?
No, not at all.
Damn it.
I'm gonna throw a quick guess out there and say that human one then is the middle, the one who stands and endures all things and no things. That's what humans are known for, aren't they? I mean, But the one who surrenders to steel crowns and items of insignificance. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but you know.
Hey, and none of us are human, so you're not defending anyone here.
Willow sneezes back at the sweet dragon.
Yeah, shut up.
I
Somewhere you get smited.
That's
One
my
who's
take.
for my
So-
reaction, I'd like to say something.
For your reaction.
Yes, I've been trying to fucking say it for the past 5 minutes.
Say it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Good luck.
I want to compare the size of the burnt fucking statue with the human statue.
It's burnt to the point of unrecognition. You can't compare it.
That's the
unfortunately.
Well, no,
one.
he's looking to see if it's like bigger or smaller than the other one.
Yeah,
it might
like, I
have
don't.
been once upon a time. You're not sure anymore.
Okay.
How about
It was blasted by 2 burning hands. It's lucky to still be functioning. I'll say that.
How about this? How about this? We know that the one that we just used isn't the left. I really think that human figure is the middle. And so process of elimination then that this new one would be the left and the one that we just used would be the right.
That's what I was
Let's
thinking.
try the human in the middle. Who has it?
I do.
I'll take it from task and put it in the middle.
All right, get ready, everybody. And hey, well, just if you're thinking about popping out, just probably shouldn't. You probably know how that ends.
I glare at the one where the one put himself back in the hole, and I ready my bow.
Okay, it's no movement there, so you're good.
Just saying, guys. Anybody's listening?
All right.
Can we have?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can we have ready actions?
I'm gonna say no because you don't know what the threat is gonna be or where it's gonna come from.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
So you're gonna put the human one in the middle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Panic. You place the human one in the middle and you turn it. It does not turn, but as you all brace for yourselves, nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that means the right answer.
Right. Then let's try the orc in the left one.
Orc in the left. All right. I'll hand it to him.
Remy will put it in.
You gently place the orc in the left slot. And you turn it. And it doesn't move, but nothing happens.
Let's go.
All right,
who has the last one?
Last one.
I put the charred one on the right.
There you go.
All right.
I hope
Now,
this works because it's
before you turn it, can anybody else guess what this figure is? Would it
a
possibly
dwarf.
A Goliath or a giant.
Goliath is correct. It was the Goliath.
I was gonna say it has to be
I
Goliath.
did it.
I thought it was a dwarf because it said marks of faith.
Well, it said blood of stone, and that's
dwarves.
Blood of stone.
Dwarves live under the mountains. It's their stone.
Remy, Task, and Panic, you each put your hand on each figurine, and you have to turn it all in at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys place your hand on it, and you all twist at the same time, and you hear this really intricate kind of locking mechanism go off as the door, almost as if like popping the door open, the door just kind of lifts and slightly opens ajar as a cool breeze blows in.
We did it, guys. We launched the football.
Woo. Wait, no, that's the nuclear code.
Why are
I'm
you
going
doing
somewhere where they haven't figured out what nukes are.
It's like a nuclear launch detected sound.
Spice.
Oh, we're going upstairs.
Oh boy.
Or down.
Hey.
Hey, it's the stairway to heaven.
Is it?
Right.
I like how defeated you sounded with that.
Who wants to go forward then, I guess?
Not I, said the not rogue.
Looks over to Borky.
Borky is the only one who's taken damage this whole night. And
All
we're
right, you
still
know what?
like,
Fine,
yeah,
then
put
I
him
will
in
go
front.
first. Fine. I haven't been hit yet. Let's go.
I'll follow behind.
Are you moving at a normal pace? Are you moving stealthily? Or
Stealthily, please.
Let's do stealth.
All right. Everybody roll a group stealth check.
Oh, I was
Okay.
gonna say, don't make me roll this by myself.
27.
26.
16 for sake.
All right.
Not a survival again. 17.
Nice.
No Grimhorl, no Grimhorl, no Grimhorl. 17!
Hey!
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
As
good
you
average.
guys
team.
walk in, there's a notable Arctic fog at the bottom, like up to your knees. Task, it's like up to your chest. It's really creepy. That swirls and moves around as you move forward through this cold yet bone hallway. You may
Is it
proceed forward
magical?
up the stairs. It is not. It is. Oh, it's actually elemental. It's primordial.
So this is what I was sensing earlier.
Yep.
Okay.
What in the world is this?
So you guys can proceed forward with your
Yeah.
spell.
Right.
Up here.
Hooray.
I'll stay in the back if Borky's gonna go first.
Yeah, Borky will go first.
All right.
I'll be.
I
kind of
mean,
in the-
I tried.
Enemy types is targeting me. Makes sense.
You guys head up I'm gonna say anybody who wants to make a medicine check for me,
Oh, good.
or nature,
Oh.
nature or medicine at your choice.
I'm gonna go with medicine.
I actually have proficiency in medicine.
6.
Okay.
Do you?
My nature is actually.
My background allows
nature-
it. 20,
Why is-
13.
That is
13.
a double 17 for Seika.
Nice.
Why is
Seika,
nature
this-
intelligent?
Because you gotta look in the mushroom and be like, "What's this mushroom?"
That's a 14.
You ever look at a mushroom and go, "What's up with you?"
Seika, as you're walking,
Like, oh,
as
God,
you're
no.
walking, absent-mindedly walking up the stairs, Seika, you're like, "Oh, this is the neck bone. We're in the neck, like the trachea of this thing."
Ooh, fun.
As you guys make your way forward, make your way up to these steps here with your stealth check.
Can I? Does anyone mind if I throw dancing lights out forward like what we were doing?
I presumed you would have,
Okay.
assuming the spell is still active.
I mean, I just reactivated. It's a cantrip.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
whatever.
It's
So-
whatever.
So you guys
Unless-
can move up here. I need you guys to move up here so I can reveal more of the map.
Okay.
You are still stealth.
Or we can do it simultaneously. Reveal the map and we'll move up.
That's not how
I would like to move the lights up too, Monty. Just as we
That's
go.
assuming that's what you're doing here.
Yeah. Except that sucker goes way 120 feet out.
Oh, snap.
Oh, say what?
I thought you were going to sing
Oh.
"Oh Canada."
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh, Canada.
What's
Oh,
going on in this neck
how
of the
I
woods?
hate this
What-
place.
What do I perceive,
Guys.
Monty?
You see, first of all, you hear another like shrieking, windy noise. As you begin to hear, kind of like this howling wind sound. Task, roll a perception check for me, because there's a fog in this room.
14.
Okay, you can't really see. The fog is too obscuring from your position. Plus, you guys are downstairs, so you can't really see everything well.
Remy is gonna point to Greckles and Task, and then point up the stairs, and then make the quiet thing over his beak.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any like since we passed like snow before, like you said, like snow was entering in? Is there any way I could use that to hide in plain sight?
You can hide in the fog, I'll say.
Hide in plain? Sick.
Yeah, I'll allow for that.
So that gives me a +10 to my dexterity.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check as you proceed forward.
To my stealth, by the way. Sorry, dexterity stealth.
Isn't that
Plus
Lillard
10
standing
to
still?
dexterity. Like, wow, Scoob.
Wow.
38.
My God.
Is...
Well, I'm
Wait,
out
did
of
Task
job.
disappear? Where'd he go?
Who's Task?
Never heard of him.
As you make it to the top of the stairs and kind of peek out through the fog, now that you're closer, you can see this. You see a stone throne with carvings inlay into it, and you see a huge corpse of a Goliath. His features are hollowed in. He is completely frozen, and notably, his hand is frozen on a spear that seems to have been plunged into himself.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just get myself back up to everyone else. We found the spear wielder on the mural. Plunged it into himself, sitting on the throne. It's dead Goliath.
Dead Goliath. The spear wielder on the mural was a devil.
No, there was a other spear of what looked like a Goliath killing. a
Never
bunch of-
mind.
Yeah.
Well, again, something went very, very south here. That's why I'm concerned that something iced over everything in here.
Maybe Ronfald wasn't the only one.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
Well-
I don't suppose your sword wants to talk now.
It depends. Hell of a conversation, but let's see. Porky grabs onto the sword.
You hear a voice. This pitiful, sad voice. I did this, but I did not do this. And you feel it gestured towards the corpse on the throne.
Do you know him?
I
Ronfal.
did.
What's
I
his
did.
name?
Sorry, let me grab my notes.
Fine. Okay.
Porky, wait.
His name was Kiferus.
Is he the leader?
He was.
It goes to rip a bandage off as quickly as possible.
He
Did this
refused to
happen
fight
under
me.
his? Did this happen under his influence?
He refused to fight me. And his most precious thing was his people. And you feel like a crushing weight of guilt upon you. And Ronfall goes silent.
Hey, Monty.
Hi.
What exactly is this yellow-looking texture here on the top left?
You realize that you're in the skull. This space is the skull of the creature at the peak of the mountain. These brass domes are very crudely made, and they appear to be eye caps. They're actually covering the eye part of the skull.
Oh, geez.
Notably, the wind is whistling out of this one. There's no wind whistling out of this one. And based off of your current position, you know that this one is up against the mountain. This one's facing out of the mountain.
Is there any
Wicked.
Is there any structural integrity broken on the one on the bottom?
This one here, it just looks like over time the wind has just, pummeled it. And it is just like, this has some natural wear and tear to it from the wind.
Okay.
It looks like there's some cracks where the brass part sticks. It looks like it's latched. It actually looks like it can be opened.
Ooh, boy. Can I stealth up to where it's latched open and look outside?
This one here? Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yes, I would like to sneak up to here and make a perception check to see outside of it.
It will take a strength check or athletics check to try and lift this thing, because it is kind of frozen to the door, or frozen to the frame, so it will take some effort to get it open. It's not going to be super easy.
I look over to Borky. Can you give me a hand?
Yeah, it's what I do.
All right, so I'm going to roll with athletics with advantage.
All right.
Borky's kind of holding onto your feet.
You're like, yeah! Oh, thank God. Soft 20.
Thank God for that advantage.
Oh no, your legs. I have your legs, but where's the rest of you?
Between the two of you, Task, you're able to take like one of you have a dagger, right?
Yes.
You just take a dagger, you start chipping at the ice, and you just you manage to wrench it open, and then Borky manages to lift the actual bulk of the weight up. Immediately, both of you are buffeted by mountainous winds of just snow and ice that just hit your hair, and blow your hair back. But you do see outside. It is nighttime now, and it is dark outside. But you do see outside.
In a couple of hours, the sun will rise.
Fuck.
Good.
Wow.
Good job.
Thank you. Always gotta reference that.
All right, well, this leads back outside, and now we know what time of day it is.
It is a very sheer cliff, though. I will say it's not like a gentle trail down. You would have to propel down a decent length to get down to the base of the mountain again.
We have an escape route, but a very dangerous one.
Borky would like to relay to everybody what Ronfall said to him.
Yeah.
So he said he did this, but not this.
And gestures. What was the king's name again? Sorry, I didn't get all of it.
Kiferus.
Kiferus. King Kiferus.
It was Kiferus, and he loved his people quite a lot. I think when we get back here, we should send someone from Alavas to take the drawings down of their kind. I don't know, they're beautiful. When they shouldn't fall into disrepair, they should be saved.
We need to send a cleric to put them to rest.
That too. So, once we get back, we got a bunch of running around to do. God, it's always running around in that city.
What is this doohickey right here?
You pull back a curtain. It's like a leather curtain, and there's a bed that just seems to have been tossed. It's probably where King Kiferus slept. It's nothing grandiose. He slept a lot like his people. It's just, a bed.
I would like to investigate to see if I can find anything of his person here.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
It's not grave robbing, I assure you. I am making sure that there's nothing important here.
This isn't a grave. Well, it's a giant grave, technically.
It's not grave robbing if there's no headstone.
Ah, beans 5.
There is something weird about this task as you're looking. The fact that you're not finding anything. You remember that wall, all of you do. There were tons of drawings, depictions of conquering, of trophy taking, and yet there's not a trophy in this room. And something about that is weird.
Is it just a miss? Do you think there's a part of this room that's missing?
No, I think someone might have took it.
Well,
Well,
I have an idea. That side of the wall over there, where the other copper cap is, that's laying on the mountainside. Maybe that's a door that opens to a vault.
Possible.
that's true. All right, Porky just cracks his knuckles. Okay, let's see what's behind door number 2.
If I were a king, sitting on a throne of wealth, I do not believe it would be hidden so easily.
It might have been stolen. Or maybe it's behind this door. Let's see.
I don't
Porky's gonna open the door.
And I don't believe most rulers shove their weaponry into their chest without good reason.
Did Runfolk say
Alright.
anything else?
No, he said he did this, but not this. This was separate. This was different. But the blade.
Does
Well-
anybody want to roll a medicine check on King?
Yeah.
I would like to.
You
Yeah.
rolled
He's
No.
within-
Door!
8! I fucking hate my math.
Let me give it a go.
4.
I did
15 from Seika.
slowly inch
20.
closer so I could
Nice.
get him in my radius
Six.
for detect magic.
No magic in this room. Panic.
Okay.
Seika. Oh, this is dark. I'm sorry, but this is how he died. He speared himself. Whether
Oh
it
my
was
god.
Yes. I was asking-
ritualistic or to end his suffering, given that you see no food in this room at all. And with the natural 20 from task and based off what you're seeing, you get the sense that when Ronfalt arrived, he locked himself in here and all of his people died. And he stayed inside and basically starved and just ended it with the spear.
God, that takes some serious strength too to run yourself through with a spear. It's really hard
Yeah,
to
it
get
does.
leverage for that kind of thing.
Well, that explains the door locking.
I'm
Borky,
trying
get
to
the other eye.
It may be untraceable, but is there any blood anywhere on the floor?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's like frozen blood on the floor. It seems to run down from the wound.
Does it lead anywhere?
No, it's just on the throne. So
Okay.
it looks like he sat down.
So he
and
just bled out on the throne.
yeah, he just
Okay,
stabbed
so he
himself.
didn't stab himself elsewhere and take himself to the throne.
No, he stabbed himself right there on the throne. Borky, you grab and you expect to really struggle against this thing, but you flip it open with great ease. And yes, it does enter into. Oh, come on, let me reveal. Into what appears to be a vault. Now, I couldn't draw all this stuff,
No, you're fine.
but you see a mother load of things.
Oh my.
You see bone swords, cloaks, armor made from bone, jewelry, daggers, weird clay pots that you don't know what's in there, all kinds of stuff.
Tass holds his arms up. Woo! Called it!
Wow.
I'm just gonna.
You don't detect anything there. You don't detect anything there.
look back at the rest of the guys.
Okay, just throw a rock or something.
That's not gonna.
Maybe.
I can do no, but who needs a rock when I can do this? I fire off an ethereal arrow into the back of the room.
All right. Ting ting! It hits the back of the room.
Italian, don't waste those arrows.
Hang on. Am I within range? I'm going to invis mage hand. Just a small, small, easy thing to pick up and
Something
move.
random. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If there's something magical in here, I'm going to detect it. I just need to.
Something's magic in here, and I'm going to fuck it up.
I'm trying to see what there might be in here.
I mean,
You grab a scabbard, a sword scabbard.
all right.
Ooh.
It is a topaz encrusted pure gold scabbard.
Jesus.
Yeah, with a bone sword inside of it that has a wolf leather hilt.
Oh, damn.
But it's not a full sword. It's just the scabbard, right?
It's got a sword in it, yeah.
Oh,
It's a long sword. It's similar to the ones the Goliaths were carrying, but way more ornate. There's actually carvings on it too.
Ooh.
If anyone wants to read the carvings,
sure. I'll take it to.
I'm assuming it's in giant.
it is in giant. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it to
I
Remy.
I can barely read.
Remy, what does it say?
You'll see Remy kind of snap out of staring at this king and the sword in his chest, spear in his chest, and he'll read it.
There's an engraving that runs down the side of the blade that says Winterfang, Bane of Tilvuk.
Winterfang. Tilbuck. Oh, is that where we are?
Tilbuck sound draconic in any way.
It sounds a bit draconic, yeah. It seems like kind of a name. Maybe the White Dragon, you're not sure.
That name's draconic. Whether that means the dragon or the salamander, that I don't know, but most likely the dragon.
I'll hand it
Everyone-
back to Greckles.
Everyone still stay on guard. I don't like
Indeed.
this.
No,
Yeah,
indeed. I'm not a fan of the fact that there's a horde here and nothing to guard it.
Greckles, especially just because of all the time they've been spending, will note that Seika, while he doesn't necessarily look like he's super alert, his whole body is like tensed and ready for something to happen, and he has been basically since you guys got up here.
Mm-hmm.
Monty, is this
Yeah.
spear pretty wedged into this guy's chest?
You could pull it out if you want to.
Yeah, Remy would pull it out.
All right, you grab and you pull it out.
You just woke up with
it
next
is-
gun, dear.
It is a bone glaive. One second, I'm just grabbing the details. It is a bone glaive tipped with a peridot spike and blade, and the entire shaft is covered in Yeti leather.
Whoa.
When you do pull it out, Seika's gaze turns towards you fairly quickly. His eyes very thin and somewhat unreadable. You could insight if you wanted to.
I was gonna say, can I insight what that means?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I hope you never tell Task about the Yeti bit, because he'll just be like, "They're fucking
That's
real."
a 19.
That's a nat 1 on my deception. He is super disturbed by the fact that you have just disturbed a warrior's grave.
Okay.
So he's a little off put by the body that we found earlier was pretty quickly identified as a thief, but this was a king who died his own way on his own throne, and you have disturbed it, and that bothers him.
Notably as well, the king is also wearing a crown of bone and lapis lazuli with rubies inset into significant parts of the crown itself.
Ooh.
Is the king frozen too, or?
Not fully. It's a stone. It's like a cold slab of stone that he's sitting on. So not
No.
fully.
The corpse itself. Sorry.
Oh yeah, totally, absolutely.
Okay.
Remy, noticing Seika's gaze, is just gonna drop the spear at their feet.
He's a coward.
And that's it. And he's just gonna sit there.
Hey, so me and Panic are like swootsing on into the treasure room.
Panic.
Go
As
for
you
it.
step in there, you sense all the stuff that's in here is not magical, but there is kind of 5 little blips that hit your radar in the back corner of the room.
I'll mage hand and I'll sort of just start brushing stuff away so I can get a good look-see.
Okay. You brush stuff away, and your mage hand does touch something. Do you want to grab it?
Is there schools attached to these, or is it just more primordial magic?
It is more primordial magic.
Oop, I will be right back. I am bleeding.
Oh,
Don't do that.
Oh,
Damn it, Remy,
It's a
you
wonderful
accidentally
show.
cut him with the spear.
Oh man, I can't believe I threw the spear at his finger.
Uh-oh.
You're my
His
accent
finger.
co. Ah, shoot.
Ah, boy.
darn.
Yeah, why not? I'll grab it.
Okay. You physically grab it with the mage hand, and you bring it towards yourself, and you see a like almost not glowing, but a crystalline, icy egg, and your blood run cold as you all begin to hear this galloping noise, and bursting through the window that you had just opened, smelling the heat you emanate, comes a massive frost salamander that stares at Seika in their burning form and begins to drool. And that is where we're ending the session. For
Oh
good.
boy, more combat.
I'm really glad that Seika's the closest one to the creature. That's great.
Seika and Remy, this will be great.
Hey guys, I just heard that sound. Is everything all right in there?
We're
No,
dying.
they're making some noise. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
okay.
Bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Bye,
I'm
Austin.
collecting these eggs. Bye.
So I
Live.
I feel like-
Whatever.
so this episode is definitely called Die Hard Ice.
Die
Yeah.
Hard Ice.
Oh yeah.
I'm down with that.
144.
144.
144, 6 away from 150.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
boy.
We have been playing a lot of D&D.
That's a
Hell
fair
yeah,
amount of
we
D&D there. Fair amount of D&D.
How many years has it been?
3.
3 almost.
Mhm.
Oh,
My goodness here. Speaking of people we got to thank, that wasn't a good segue. Nonetheless, where did my... Okay, could someone take over for a second here? I can't
Sure.
seem to find Streamlabs.
I will
Nice.
take over.
There it is. I found Streamlabs.
Never mind.
I would like to thank Gray to Taco Bomb with the 600 bits. Hey, Monty, was wondering about your opinion of my Wish Glue Were Here artwork.
Oh, we did that.
Yeah.
We had NHRA. Thank you so much as well for the bits, guys. All right, but Connor, where can they find you, dude?
Oh, they can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Why is the fucking banjo music playing here?
we're having a good time. We're having a good
Okay.
time.
Having a good time.
It disguises the peril of you guys disturbing the nest of a frost salamander.
Yeah, well, maybe it should have told
Fucking Tash just runs out and
Oh my
fucking,
god, what
like,
did I miss?
like
Oh
Tash
yeah,
runs
you
out.
missed it.
What the fuck?
As they, I'll just paraphrase this. Panic lifted up a thing in the back room, and it's an egg. It's the frost salamander egg. And the frost salamander detected Borky and Tass sticking their head out the window, and has just come back to its nest,
Oh boy.
pissed, and is staring at you and drooling.
Great.
Great.
Task runs out with one of the eggs and just fucking throws it up against the floor like fucking hussy. Boom! That just happened.
But, Connor, you must finish where they can find you, though.
Right. Find me on Twitter and Twitch at Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Been playing a lot of Yakuza Kiwami, not the latest one, not Like a Dragon. I'm still on Kiwami. I got 5 more games to get to before I get to this one. But yeah, I'll be playing Yakuza Like a Dragon in 2 years. So yeah. Also, if you really like this episode with all the revenants and all of the dead and intrigue and stuff like that, then I think you will really appreciate Dead House Sonata. It's a action RPG, narratively driven, and you play as the dead to fight the living. Being developed by the creator of Legacy of Kain, Dennis Dyack, and it's gonna be for free in the 4th quarter of next year. Be sure to check it out. Check out the forum. Check out the Discord. Purchase a Founders Pack by clicking that link I just posted in the chat. If this at all sounds intriguing to you. Also, coming soon to the DMs Guild is going to be the Wizard School of Finance. It's the Wizard's homebrew wizard subclass that will let you use your money to make magical effects happen. It's going to be fantastic. That's all I got, really.
Alrighty. Hey, Mark Allen
Yeah.
Jr., where can they find you?
When I'm not bleeding, you can find me on twitter.com/MarkAllenJr. here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming. That's AEON Protect Gaming. Also, if you want to follow my cat's Instagram, you can find that at Chonk for Life. That's Chonk, the number 4, life. Yeah, check out The Day I Became a God. Would really love more people to watch that show. It's a ton of fun. I got a few more announcements coming up, and I can't wait to die next week.
Welcome
To die. Now, you must die.
At least the caster and the ranger are in the best position right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
thoroughly guarded behind a copper plate.
Man,
Zeno,
when they all die, we got all this gold.
Zeno, where can they find you?
Find me over at twitch.tv/Zito, CZ Backlash on Twitter, the Everangel Almanac on Patreon. Streaming's gonna be light this week because in about maybe 6 hours from now, I'm gonna be getting on a plane to Las Vegas to go see my mom. Because it'll be the only time I get to see any family member for this hellhole of a fucking year. When I get back Sunday, I hope to at least get some more World of Horror going because we got lots more mods. Beyond that, D&D related stuff. I do have a book in the throes of being released. It lets you play a bunch of trash animal characters. Have you ever wanted to play as a possum? Sure, fuck it, why not? Maybe a raccoon, maybe a rat. I mean, I guarantee you there's someone in your fucking group somewhere who would kill at the chance of playing a rat person in a D&D game. Backyard Burglars will be out soon. That ended so well. What the fuck?
I know, like
right with the banjo music.
That music ended so well.
Monty Glue, where can they find you?
Hi, you can find me at Monteglue on Twitter, where I post a lot about Warhammer because I've lost control of my life and oops.
You like
You
Warhammer, Monty?
Here, she is 6 months away from showing up in TTS. Like that's like legit the ticking time. We're on that.
I've been having a lot of fun painting models, making terrain. I was looking at battle maps, but they're like the little battle mats you get for tables, but they are egregiously expensive. So that's
Really? I found one that sells them for $60.
it's expensive in the shops, but that's fine. And then you can find me at twitch.tv/Monteglue. Tomorrow, as long as everything goes all right, we're probably going to do probably like 8, 9 o'clock. We're going to be doing Devil May Cry 5. We're starting Devil May Cry 5. It's
Oh, have fun.
Yee.
Just where the franchise peaks.
I really liked 4. I thought 4 was really, really fun. And if 4 has the same sort of fighting mechanics that Nero had in 4, then
4
I'll
gets
really
a lot of
enjoy it.
grief. 4 gets a lot of grief just because you just redo the entire map again.
Yeah.
They get grief for
Anyway.
that.
And then on Sunday, I'm so sorry, I got sick this weekend, so I couldn't play Final Fantasy IX, but Final Fantasy IX hopefully will come back. I really, really want to play. I'm super bummed out that I couldn't play, but my voice was just, I didn't want to talk for forever and also have energy for a stream. I was not feeling well. So that will be back, and that will be a lot of fun. All right. Dab.
Edward Bosco, where can they find you?
They can find me at Ed Bosco VA on both Instagram and Twitter, and then right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco. Boom.
Awesome. Hey, Gaijin Goomba, where can they find you, bud?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba as well as Twitter and YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I got a new video up. It's over this new game called Sakura of Rice and Ruin that has become my brand new obsession. Imagine taking the combat stylings of Odin Sphere or Muramasa Demon Blade and pairing that up with Harvest Moon, where your combat capability is completely dependent on how well you farm, and it's traditional farming too from Japan, which is cool. I've been playing that as well. 7 p.m. US Central on those stream days. Gonna be doing more of it. Aside from that, working on brand new channel, working on brand new little VTuber project, and as soon as I could get it out the door, my new project, Weeaboomers, Boomers, will see the light of day. This I promise.
Strong name. Strong name.
Yeah, solid.
Power move.
But yeah, definitely check out the new video. I got to do a lot of analysis and research on something that I don't usually get to do. So that was fun.
And find me at twitch.tv/Takahata101. There won't be that much streaming this week for me as I'm taking some personal time and also getting my computer in the shop. I am currently developing a VTuber model as well. And that'll be coming out later, much later on, as I am developing them as well, which is perfect. It was finally I have my voiceover thing I wanted to do, so perfect like that. But there won't be that much this week, guys. Next week we'll be returning back to schedule. We're gonna beat Alien Isolation, even if it takes me right till Christmas. That's right. I'm one of those vanilla bastards.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for Christmas Alien Isolation.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Gotta get a mod where all the xenomorphs have little Santa hats on.
No, we're just gonna be blasting Hall of the Mountain King on full bass. The White Fox sub, thank you so much for the 7-month resub, guys. Thank you all for the bits and subs throughout the evening. That is it from me here.
Can we shout out our sponsor?
One last thing before we go. Well, I was gonna interrupt you before we ended here. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Die Hard Dice, for all of the wonderful.
Say our official sponsor. Just say the official. It's gonna feel so good.
I would like to thank our official sponsor, Die Hard Dice, for bringing you to today's
I'd like to
episode.
thank them for making Monty roll like garbage.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, Die Hard Dice. That was awesome. Great gift to us on our first episode as official,
very nice.
as official partners.
We played a Revenant because of you.
You have done
Die Hard
us a
Dice.
kindness.
For those of you who don't know, make fantastic dice sets. They've got metal dice, they've got polymer dice, they have folding dice trays, mats, other accessories, dice specifically for Magic the Gathering and other systems, including Warhammer, I believe.
The CEO might be in the chat apparently for Die Hard Dice.
Yeah.
Wait, are they?
We might have it might be a situation where we have Devin chat, except it's our sponsor in chat.
I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Either way, I'll get corrected here if that's wrong. But they're beautiful, beautiful hand-painted dice as well. They're got excellent heft. They're an authoritative feel when you roll it. All of the physical rolling from the Dungeon Masters that we do on the show, like for DeCrew and Monty as well, is all Die Hard dice. I've got a set right here in my metal tin. All the rolls. The metal dice are beautiful, non-toxic zinc, wonderful hand painted. Comes in all sorts of colors. Absolutely beautiful. Be sure to check it out, and be sure to enter in the code Unexpectables for 5% off your order.
It'll cover your tax. Almost.
Yeah. Goes a long way.
It does.
It does go a long way. Be sure to check our Twitter for more information on that, coming very, very soon. But that is it. Thank you once again, Die Hard Dice, for being our sponsor. It's an exciting time. And that's all I got. The meme is
What's
dead.
sales tax? I live in Oregon. Damn it, Shell!
Memes do come true.
All right.
It's dead. Long live the meme.
Let your
called the
memes
bits
be
and
dreams,
subs.
guys. What's up?
It's called the bits and subs.
I
Oh, no, we
think-
already did.
Yeah, we
Oh
did.
my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
Who do we want to raid?
Let me see.
Rabbit's on.
Oh my
he's
God.
I was
he's
about
playing
to say,
Yakuza.
okay. I do want to say, I really think we should get Rabbit because he's been exploding at this game. I dropped in on his stream and on call the other night, and he's
What
exploding.
game is he playing?
Like a dragon.
That game where you can beat Ed up. So
Yeah.
that's a win in my book.
Oh, wait,
No,
where's
can
that
we-
character? Where's that character? Can I tie him behind a car and drag him for 5 miles?
I mean, you
I
joke.
want to
can't
hear how
that.
good. I want to hear how good Bosco's vocal talent is at hearing him scream in pain.
I don't believe it.
no.
I don't believe it.
No,
Retake
no.
it.
Yeah, that was really
No,
long.
sorry,
I
we're
wanted a
gonna
little
have
bit
to
more
give you
boring.
non-union rates on that, dude. See, that's real horror. That's real
Right,
horror.
rip headphone
Okay.
users.
Okay.
All right.
How
Okay.
would you like a part in a Friday the 13th spinoff?
I think this bit is.
I'll take it.
Oh, Friday the 14th. Yeah.
No, never. when
Excuse me,
Jason
I'm
went to
kicking
Spain.
my ass.
All right, I'm raiding Mr. Rabbit because everyone's yelling.
Yay!
What should the raid message be?
Kill
kill
Bosco.
Kill Bosco. That's
Kill
kind of
Bosco.
aggressive.
That's-
beat him up.
Maybe just like hurt Bosco. Punch Bosco.
Beat up Bosco.
Give him context though. Bosco's in the
Kill
game.
Bosco.
All right.
Slightly
Bosco.
passive aggressively